Hello, everybody. I just want to make sure everyone can hear me before I move forward. Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me clearly. There's no issue, no static. I'm looking in the comments. Let me know if you guys can hear me before I move forward. How we doing? Can everybody hear me? Can you guys hear me? We good? Okay, guys, happy Wednesday, hump day. Yes, y'all, we halfway through the week. And y'all know that I come with receipts whenever I report something. I make sure I verify. People still continue to doubt me. They doubt what I do. You got a lot of these blogs who are, recycling what I already put out there and believing other people's content over mine because they don't like me. So we know that I'm one of the most hated people on social media, even though I'm the most to give back, right? We know there's a lot of other pages that don't do half the stuff that I do. They're not giving back. They don't really care. They just want the drama. So y'all know that, the last show we had when it was called Brick by Brick, we talked about Rhoda Osmond and her story of being hit with the brick by a black man. So y'all know I've been behind the scenes and investigating and speaking to people, and people still doubt my work. So to anyone who doesn't believe anything I did today, I did post the full 8.5 minute call with Houston Police Records Department. I put the number right there on the video so you guys can call and verify on your own. No one that puts that stuff out there and gives you the proof, or you can also get the proof. People don't do that if they're lying, right? They'll just tell you this was a call that I had and blah, blah, blah. So today I did contact the Houston Police Records Department because we all know that Rhoda told everybody on Saturday that she went to the police and did file a report. Now, when I was looking at her story before she made her page private, I saw Houston Police, right? So I knew that that was a real form. I knew she couldn't afford that, right? So I said, let me contact them because when I went online, there's nothing online where you can see if she filed the report. So when I called the records department, they confirmed that Rhoda Osmond did, in fact, file the report, but she did not include any details, not one detail on the black man with the brick. She didn't even put the brick in the description, y'all. She just filed a useless report. Typically, when someone doesn't have enough information, they put the report on file and the police would just archive it until you come back and add information. Let's say you got hit in the face and someone knocked out your memory. You don't remember nothing. You have amnesia. You don't remember. But then months later, as your memory comes back, you can now reach out to them and say, hey, I filed a report. I want to add to it. Her report is going to be archived because the cops can't do anything. The reason why Rhoda won't be locked up is because she didn't add any details. If she said this man was 6'4", he wore a black Armani suit, he had gold teeth, he had on a Rolex, he had on penny loafers with 2 pennies in it, then she's pinning it on someone that doesn't exist. That's where the false reporting comes into play. She did not do that. All she did was file a report to get the report number. Well, Daphne, why would she do that just to get the report number if it's not going to go anywhere? Because in order for her to get that $42,000 off of GoFundMe, she needs that report number. And GoFundMe is not going to call the police and verify that report number. They don't give a fuck. They just want to know that she did it. Bam, she gets 42,000 of them things. Well, guess what? I put a big detour in that process. She ain't getting shit. What I did was I sent that video, the link to Joe from GoFundMe, and I also told him how he can reach out to the same lady I spoke to get the same information. Now, why would somebody file a police report and not include an assailant? Because they are full of shit. That's why. So all this time you black women jumped on the black man hating train and believe this woman, you guys owe black men an apology because she lied, you guys. When are you black women going to open your eyes and see that this woman played y'all? See, one thing about black women, they love the victim role. They want people to feel like victims and, oh my goodness, she's not protected. Nobody loves her, blah, blah, blah. I called this out from day one. Anybody that follows me and that knows me, I called this out from day motherfucking one. Women, and I'm going to say women because I would say 90% women, 10% simps, came for me and said, you're lying. You just don't like black women. Oh, Daphne, you're full of shit. Oh, Daphne, that's just a fake recording. Oh, you're lying. But then when I show you all the facts, y'all still don't believe. So there's no convincing these hyenas of the truth because a lie sounds so much better. Even if I showed them, if Rhoda came out and said, I lied, they would still support this woman because she's a woman. Okay? That's the way the world works. No one's going to really give me my flowers because they would rather believe the Shade Room and Spiritual Word and all these other places, right? That get the information from me. So somebody else is going to recycle what I just put out there, and that's what the blogs are going to share. They don't see me as a credible source because they don't like me. See, pages don't like me because I hold people accountable for bullshit. And bullshit to them, they love it. That's how they get their views. That's how they get their checks. They don't care if the bullshit is true or false. They just post it. They don't verify. That's why none of your top news stations reported this incident, because they knew that it was bullshit. And if Rhoda called any of those news places and gave them that number, they would have called the police to verify. And they would have said, yes, she filed a report, but we don't know who to look for because there's no description. But y'all heard Rhoda say on that other recording, y'all know what he looks like. Find him. Center his face. You have a lot of simps on TikTok right now still believing this broad, even with the proof that I'm posting. I gave y'all the phone number. Call it. Because you could doubt me all you want, but call it. If you got balls, call it. Rhoda Osmond lied on black men. So we're not going to let this sleep. We're not going to let this go. I can't let this go. Because for days, I was on TikTok watching these black hyenas belittle black men. Black men don't care. Black men black men don't do nothing. Black men don't provide. Black men don't support. Y'all took that woman's story and you ran with it. And people like us with brains who think off of logic and not emotion, we said, hold on. Let's wait for some more facts. Let's call the police. Let's call the news. Let's help this woman get this story out so we can find the man with the brick. That's what logical people do. But you women are the easiest targets to scam because y'all believe anything. Y'all believe tears. You believe TikTok videos, but you don't believe facts. And that's the world we live in, people. We live in a world where women will believe a story that someone says online with absolutely no reference. You know, in school, they say women are the most educated, but we learned in school that when you do an APA paper, you have to cite your sources. That way they know that your source came from somewhere that's valid, right? We learned that in college when you submit a paper. They tell you to cite your sources, and your source has to be credible, right? That's how you get graded. But nowadays, these women don't give a fuck about these other women citing their sources. Okay, you got hit with a brick. What's your source? Where? Where did it happen? What club were you at? She didn't tell you guys that. What did he look like? She didn't tell you guys that. All she said was the man is black. And if you follow Rhoda, you'll know that she does not like black men, but she has a black son. She has a black son, but she doesn't like black men. It took a black man to produce the child she has now. Now, all of a sudden, they don't like black men. See, they blame all these men for the man that they chose to open their legs to. Then you got this woman all over social media shaking her BBL, living this life, but this woman is in six-figure student loan debt. She's over here living this high life, going on these vacations, and then you're telling everybody that you are in student loan debt, six figures. That is your fault. Nobody told you to get a PhD. You could have stopped at a master's. Hell, you could have got 2 masters like me. And yet you chose to get a PhD. And then you work for the University of Austin, working 2 jobs, making less than $30,000. Yeah. All that's public information. At the end of the day, the shit ain't adding up. The woman that she had on her medical record that she put out, mind you, she made the Instagram story with her medical record showing y'all she went to the hospital. But the woman's name that's on there, she's been out of the country. So I don't know how this woman was able to see Rhoda and go out the country at the same time. So again, I come with receipts, you guys. And there's going to be women right now that still don't believe me. They don't believe my facts. They don't believe nothing that I put out today. But that's the world we live in. Women don't care if another woman is lying because she's a woman. And that's why women are dangerous, because they will never believe it. They won't believe me because they know that there are men out there that would harm somebody because they got rejected. And just they live off of that. Even if she is lying, they will still live off of the possibility that it could have happened, right? That's the world we live in. I wasn't raised that way, you guys. I was raised to wait for the facts. They also tried to hang Jonathan Majors, right? Johnny Depp. We can keep going down the list. They don't want to believe that women will make up a story to get $42,000. Rhoda needed that police report number. That's how she was going to get her money, y'all. She thought this weekend she was going to ball out. Let me pay a couple of debts. You know what I'm saying? Book a couple of trips. Have a little bit of fun. Now you guys know why her sister didn't post her GoFundMe on her Instagram. Or her sister didn't post it on her Facebook because she knew her sister was lying. But she still came over to her sister's house to make her food, even though she knew her sister was lying. See, a real sister would say, hey, don't go this route, sis. I know you're in debt 6 figures. I know it. But once you get this PhD, you can then get a job where you can make the 6 figures that you deserve. That's what a good sister would do. A sister that's 50-50 would say, you know what? I'm not going to post it on my page because I don't want them to think I entertained your lie. And we'll see where this goes. And if nobody put you on blast or nothing, I'm with you, sis. I got your back. But until then, please don't put me in the limelight. I have 2 kids. Her sister has a daughter and a son. So my thing is, ladies, how are we helping each other? By supporting the lies that we tell. We will never get far as a people. But what bothers me is how you women were loud with the disrespect on these black men. But when I throw out the evidence that this woman lied, you guys don't, you're still loud. But you don't want to see the evidence in your face. They don't want to see it. It's Bird Box. Bird Box is, to me, it's telling you how these women are. They don't see shit. Even if it's in their face. You can tell them the sky is blue. And they'll say you're lying. You're making it up. And the sky is literally blue. You feel me? So you women don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me. But you're going to see these facts. You are going to see the truth, whether you like it or not. And Rhoda Osmond was talking about suing people. Please sue, because you lied. Sue yourself. You lied. You had all these people believing you. Not one credible news outlet. And I'm not talking about YouTube news. I'm talking about the news we see on TV. Not one person picked up her story. She hid the incident number for a reason. Real people that have been assaulted, they're going to show you the whole police report. The whole thing, because they have nothing to hide. But a liar would cover that up. This woman told me she came to the conclusion that Rhoda made this up for attention. She said, how do you expect us to go out there and look for someone when you won't give us any details? That's what she told me. So y'all got the truth. You heard it first from me. I broke the news. I came with real receipts. What I posted, I didn't get off of a Facebook group. What I posted, I didn't get off of TikTok. What I posted, I didn't get off of Instagram. I did that shit. A lot of these blogs, they don't even give a damn about confirming anything they post. They just post it because they know that's going to get the clicks that they need. I'm not that type of blog, y'all. That's why I'm smaller. That's why I don't have a big following, because people love bullshit. The Shade Room posted her and she got 1 million likes on that post. And many people donated. Many people donated to her GoFundMe. These blogs don't care. But if you call the news and tell them that, they're going to tell you we need the police report number so we can confirm. That's what the news does. They don't like to retract. They like to confirm and be knowledgeable on what's going on, have a police actually quote them, and then they post it. I'm like the news. I verify and then I post it. I'm not going to give y'all no bullshit. Rhoda Hassan Osmond lied about a black man attacking her. If you want me to tell you what I think she got into it with a woman. I think she got drunk. If you look at Rhoda's record in Texas, she's been in trouble with the law plenty of times in Texas and in Minnesota. She has a track record of drinking and being disorderly, lying to officers about who she is. She has a record. I think she got drunk. We know she stopped taking her pills on August 26th. All that mixed up together. I think she got into it with a woman. Maybe a woman took off her shoe and hit her upside the head. Or maybe she fell. But I'm telling you, she was in that club with a mask on, just like my profile picture. Same type of mask. Covers everything but the eyes and eyebrows. That's what you guys saw. Her mask had something where her hair can come out. Then when she was out there rambling, the mask was gone. So when that black man asked her, where's the brick? He was justified in asking that. And remember, Rhoda changed her story and said after he assaulted her, he jumped in a car with black women. And they wouldn't let that car leave. So the man got out the car, jumped in another car, and then left, and she wasn't able to get the plate. Y'all, I can't make this up. This is Rhoda's words. Her story went from these men stood there to them trying to stop the man. Make it make sense. But you women didn't want to believe it. Some of you men didn't want to believe it because you think you're going to get the booty. You went to her Instagram and you saw her big BBL and you was like, damn, she got cakes. So y'all believe anything when you see an ass. So to the men who did not get weak or get, BBL-matized, I appreciate y'all for waiting for the facts. And like I said, women don't have to like me, but I'm tired of you women lying. And like I say every time, if you guys make it public, it's fair game. If you come out on TikTok and say somebody tried to hurt you, it is fair game for us to investigate. If you don't want me to know it, don't post it on social media. Nobody's telling you to go online and post it to the public. You're choosing to do that. So if you're going to choose to do that, understand that it comes with consequences if you're lying. Like I told y'all, you got real people on GoFundMe who are dying of cancer, dying of illnesses that can't be reversed. And y'all choose to believe a woman because she said it happened. I said, don't believe men, don't believe women, believe the facts. Don't let somebody tell you a sob story where you're coming into and you're digging in your pockets to help someone that lied. We have to do better as people. You Black women are dangerous in this world. And I'm a Black woman saying this. You guys are extremely dangerous. Rhoda could be doing acting. She could be reaching out to Tyler Perry right now to do the next role. And Medea. That's what she should be doing. She has great acting skills because she fooled everybody that donated to her bogus GoFundMe. That takes skill. She didn't get me, but she got a lot of you women. And if you guys go to the comments, Somalian women stand with you. It's so bad what happened to you, queen. You are beautiful. God bless you. You even have people saying, I see why he did it, because they saw her BBL. Come on, you guys. You know how many women in Houston look better than her and their body is real? Do I have to tell y'all that? There's beautiful women that don't have to even open their mouth and they get attention. And you're telling me she's the only woman recently to be attacked with a brick because she wouldn't give up her number. Get real. Rhoda knew that her back was against the wall because that student loan debt. Let me tell y'all something about student loans. Because of COVID, student loans were on hold until September the 30th. When September the 30th hits, it's time to pay back those loans. Anybody that's in education or worked in education, they know that September the 30th, all them loans that were on hold because of COVID, it's time to pay. Now it's time to pay. Everybody was given a year to 2 years from paying their loans. Her back is against the wall, you guys. In 2020, she told her Twitter people, I'm in 6-figure debt. She owes 6 figures. So how does somebody that's Somalian not get a grant to go to school? How do you owe 6 figures? Like I said, you guys, when your back is against the wall, you do things that you normally wouldn't do. But this is not what you should do. And the reason why she did not give the cops a description is because she knows if she did, that will be false reporting. In Texas, they don't play that, especially when you already have an open case. She still has an open case from November, you guys. She owes the courts money. So imagine if she would have got in trouble for false reporting. She would have did some jail time. And the school that's sticking up for her, I tagged them on my post on Instagram. Now hold her accountable. That's the problem with a lot of you blogs and schools and women empowerment pages. How are you empowering women if you're not holding them accountable? You can't go through life telling women, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job, and never telling them what they're doing wrong. They will never improve. So those same people that said, we are standing strong with Rhoda, we're looking for the man in the brick. There isn't a man with a brick. She lied. Are you guys going to come out and say we don't condone lying? We don't condone false reporting? No, they're not going to do that. They're just going to delete their post and post a women empowerment quote. And I told you guys, Rhoda, she's going to become verified. And eventually she will make her page public again when she thinks that the dust has settled. Mark my words. She's going to be verified. And then she's going to make her page public and act like this incident never happened. She may even still prey on this, you guys, and tell you guys, yeah, I'm recuperating. My face is doing better now. I'm feeling better. I'm not doubting that she was or wasn't assaulted, but I don't believe the brick story. We know that there's no man with a brick. What I think happened, one of her girlfriends, she got too drunk. But we know that we've heard this story before with Rhoda, 2020 and now 2023. So again, I called all this out from the jump. I was the one that showed everybody the 2 GoFundMes. And as soon as I posted it, all these blogs started stealing my content. And you even had that white woman, Roma. Is her name Roma? That's what I've been seeing on my Instagram and Facebook. And she just made the post. What about the Queen of Accountability's post a week ago? I broke this story before Roma, and yet you guys are still sharing new bullshit when I've been breaking the shit from the get-go. That's what bothers me. A lot of you people thought that Roma broke this big news. She got a lot of that shit off of my motherfucking page. That's what y'all not getting. Anybody following me on Twitter and Instagram, they knew I've been breaking this story. Day by day, I'm giving you more and more. So at the end of the day, to those people who know that I am the originator of busting this woman, I appreciate y'all because I wasn't getting paid for this. I did this for free. I just wanted black men to be off the hook because black men, they love black women. They love us. They support us. They respect us. They protect us. But they're not going to protect no loud, lying, will do anything to get $1. They're not going to protect them type of women. Them are the type of women that they don't protect. Liars, connivers, scammers. Why would you protect that? Why would you protect someone that's wanting you to put your life in danger over a brick? I'm sorry, y'all, but all those women on TikTok, I'm coming for every woman I saw on TikTok. I got about 50 inboxes where women were telling me that I'm full of shit. I'm not done. This is part 1 of the party. I'm going to do a post of everyone who said I was wrong. And I'm going to show their names because they posted it on a public forum. I'm going to call it, Where's My Apology? I got called really bad names. Bitch, ugly, pick me, whore, 304, cum guzzler, dick sucker. I got called every name you could think of by these hyenas when I told them that Rhoda was lying. But now I'm probably going to get blocked by half the pages because they know I don't play. I saved over 300 pictures. That's how much I want the apology because y'all came for me and I told y'all she was lying. I told the Shade Room, are you going to retract? Y'all know they not because her post got 1 million likes. The Shade Room has 28 million followers and Rhoda's post finally got 1 million likes. They barely hit 1 million. Y'all know they barely hit 1 million. Tells me that they buy their followers. Ain't no way y'all got 28 million and you get 300,000 likes on a post that has to do with death, somebody being sick. But other than that, they getting 50,000 likes, 60,000 likes. How with 28 million people? Make that shit make sense. You got people that got feet pages that get more likes than that. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that these blogs, they're recycling what I'm already putting out. Y'all know me. Y'all know that I've been telling y'all that she's a fraud, right? People still don't believe me, and that's cool. So I'm going to let some people talk, and then I'm keeping the show under an hour. This is party part 1. And guess what? I'm not even done. Because now that she has a medical record that she put public, she added names on there. Anybody's name that's on that list contributed to the scam. And I don't think anyone should be practicing medicine or practicing being a doctor if you're that quick to lie for a couple dollars. Imagine the people that she said she'd give money to from her GoFundMe. Imagine that. We got to do better, ladies. Y'all mad at me for calling her out because y'all wanted me to support the lie, right? Y'all wanted me to believe that a black man hit her because she said, no, you cannot have my number. I didn't believe the story from get-go. The way she cried at the end of that first video where she looked at the camera, looked away and looked at the camera, she's an actress. She is an actress, y'all. And I've been telling y'all this. Then she said she ain't got no daddy. Who's Deion Griffin? Who's Deion Griffin, Rhoda? You got to stop lying. You got to stop lying. You got to stop lying. You'll never get far in life lying on men. What's going to happen is these men are going to say, okay, you put me out there. Now I got to go all out. I'm already going to get in trouble because you're a woman. They're going to believe you, right? You can't keep doing that, y'all. Y'all can't. Y'all can't keep lying on these men like that. It's not fair. It's not. And we know the law ain't gonna do shit because it's a woman. Oh, she's a single mother with a son. Poor baby. Oh, she got student loan debt. Poor baby. How dare somebody force you to get a PhD? How dare they force you at gunpoint to get that expensive degree? No, come on, y'all. She could have stopped at a master's. For her to have a master's degree and make 23,000 a year, something ain't right. With a master's, you should be able to make more money than that. You got all these degrees and you're not even using them. Then you go back for a PhD. Make it make sense. She better off working at Taco Bell. 23,000 a year working for the university? That's your income? Which tells me she's probably on public assistance. This can go deeper. I didn't go that deep with her. But $42,000? $42,000, y'all. And you got people on GoFundMe really dying right now. And y'all believe this woman's story. Ugh. Let me see who's on. Hey, Mahmood.
Hey, how you going? How's it
I'm
going, Deb?
good. I was going good. Talk to me.
Oh, man, for most of the for the most part, I don't put myself in discussions about these situations. But once she posted that thing about how she's a Muslim, I had to jump in because we don't condone this type of behavior, and she can't attach herself to us. So that's why I joined. And now, first thing first, congratulations on the amount of viewers right now. It's coming up. I'm glad you're getting some recognition. I also was happy that there's a YouTuber called Nights Talk. He posted a video about this brick lady, and credit where credit is due, he actually put your handle on the video of you talking to the police station. So finally, some people being actually cordial and to put your name in your content. More, what more do I have to say? Hey, I think I saw videos of her. She was like back in 2020 or 2019. She had a boyfriend. So what was that about? Isn't she supposed to be lesbian? And that she was on video talking about how she's gonna send her man to beat up someone she was beefing with online. And someone online came up and put some posts how she was threatening her online and putting a $1,200 bounty on her head for someone to dox her. So this goes way back. So it's not just those police reports you've been putting up about her behavior. It goes way deeper than that. Who knows what might we find out in the next coming days or weeks? We are talking about an unhinged behavior of a scorned woman. She probably had some issues with her boyfriend. Now she has lashed out against all men. Who knows? And more to that, it goes to show how these type of women goes to the same story arc every single time. She is broke. She goes on system assistance, like on government assistance. She goes to get degrees that are basically useless, that she doesn't use, and she then amounts to six figures type of debt. It's always the same thing. And I've seen it so many times with women online. Man, hey, credit where credit is due, Daphne.
Thank you.
Last
Thank you,
thing I wanted
Mahmood.
to say to you is that
Mm-hmm.
for your type of content to go viral, you already have the infrastructure, you already have the brand of Queen of Accountability. All you need is now is for you to stop people from taking your things. Is that everything you post, every breakthrough, every investigation, put it in video format because they can't steal that. You see how everybody who stole your stuff,
Right.
they
You're right.
always
And
put it
I knew
in
that.
video
I
format.
knew that. I just didn't care. You know, people
Yeah.
that stole it, I have the timestamp. What matters is who posted it first. So if Roma posted something 4 days ago and I posted something, let's say 9 days ago, timestamps don't lie. I'm still the originator. I'll let you know that
No,
you
I
took it
know.
from me.
But
So
the thing
I
is,
did
with
that on
people, they
purpose.
still don't give you the recognition. That's why
That's
we
fine.
discussing this.
I,
Because the
I'm
thing
putting them
is,
on blast. Don't worry,
yeah, yeah,
Mahmoud.
yeah.
I'm putting them on blast for that reason because people know where my content comes from, especially when you're sharing my voice. That to me is kind of weird when you're sharing my voice and it's mine and you know it came from me and you still don't give me the credibility. There's somebody on there mediocre tutorials. I could have his name wrong. He actually shared one of my voice videos and didn't tag me in his YouTube, and he has six, what, 5 or 600,000 subscribers. That
I've
bothers
seen
me when
that
people do
video.
that. That's my voice. You cannot use my voice without asking me. That's kind of weird. So again, I got you, Mahmoud. Like I said, I'm coming for people, and I'm not done with
Hey,
this little party. This is part one.
hey, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Is that people? Hey, I don't blame people because they want to digest information in an easier way, and it seems to me it's now video content with TikTok and people holding their phone up and talking in front of the mirror. That's the
Right.
type of content that's been more digestible.
Well, thank you so much, Mahmoud, because we have a lot of people that are joining and want to talk, and I want to spread it and let everybody have a few minutes.
Yeah, somebody else
Who
can have it.
Thank you, Mahmoud. You can hang back. Jay, whoever Jay is, I cannot add you because you don't have a full profile. So, Jay, you need to leave and come back, and then I'll be able to add you. We're going to go down the list of who just came on. Please try to keep what you have to say like to a few minutes. We don't have time. Oh, I don't have time. I still got to do a lot of stuff. So, we're going to move on to Ranger, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead, Ranger.
Hey, what's going on, Daph? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Before I get to what I was going to say, I want to say that it is very annoying that people are not giving you your credit. I understand why. I just still don't think it's fair because a lot of people may not like you, but at the same time, you should still be tagged because if you were tagged, I know you don't care, but it's still effed up because you advocate for us. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
hold
Because
on,
if
hold on.
you were tagged,
Let me put a place mark. I care. I care because I know a lot of these bigger platforms are getting fat, stupid checks off of me. And let me tell y'all something. All of my content that you see being shared on these YouTubes that have many, many, many followers, I don't get $0. No one has said, hey, Daphne, you get me 300,000 views. I want to send you this $50. I want to contribute to your mental health thing so you can give back for someone to have diapers. The only person who actively gives to me, actively, is James Dixon. Anybody that follows James Dixon, he is Superman is for real on Instagram. He's the only one that donates to my cause and invests in me. All these pages you see, I get $0. So when people say I do stuff for money, show me where I'm begging you guys to donate to me. I'll tell you guys to go to my website and buy a shirt if you want. But when I do my shows, I don't say in order to come on my panel, I need a cash app. When I do these shows, y'all can't even give me money in real time. So what I'm saying is I don't ask anybody for money. It's rare that I say, hey, donate to this cause. This person has this disease. That's something for real. That's life threatening. But when it comes to my work, I get paid nothing from nobody for this, y'all. This is all me on my own. No one gives me anything but James Dixon. Every now and then somebody will donate a cash app to me, and I appreciate that. But the most consistent donator has been James Dixon, and he's forever going to have a place in my heart because he's helped people with diapers, gas, their light bill, phone bill. That's where his money went. So again, I just wanted to say that I do care about people letting me know that they're using my stuff, but I can't get to everybody. Some of these pages will block me, and that way I don't see it. So people have to send me a screenshot. So to block me and then steal from me, that's a bit weird. But again, no one's going to hold that person accountable because they like the bullshit that that person is posting, right? Even if it means them getting paid off of Daphne. So I wanted to make it clear to you guys, I'm not making any money off of any of these content creators that steal my stuff. Not one dime. No one's giving
well,
me anything this year. So I just wanted to let
well,
you guys know that.
That's
no
why I
problem.
asked if she
What?
had collabed
Well,
with you.
hello.
Go ahead, Laura. Hold on, Laura. I want
Sorry,
Ranger to finish because I
sorry,
interrupted. Go
sorry,
ahead, Ranger. I'm sorry.
sorry.
Okay, no problem. Well, one thing I know everybody said the same thing over and over again, but I just want to say that after talking to a lot of females, talking to ex girlfriends, stuff like that, and or just women online, I just want to know what is it that men did so bad that especially black women just want to hate us because it's not all men. I don't know what's going on in their life. I don't know what's going on, but it's like they want to hit us even though there are good men out there, but it's like nobody wants to take the accountability for the men that they choose. You know what I'm saying? And I just to this day I'm still trying to figure out like there's a lot of things that women do to men, and but at the end of the day, men is like, we move on to the next. But it's like as soon as a few men do something to women, it's like all men are shit. And I'm to this day, I'm still trying to figure it out. And I think that once we stop pointing the finger on both sides, I think that's when we can actually get somewhere and start to heal our community.
Want me to answer that?
I agree. No, no, I got
Um,
it. I wanted to make sure he was done. I usually wait for
I,
someone to cough or sneeze, but
I'm
I
a,
got it. So Ringer, when it comes to accountability, women don't want to hear from men. They say y'all don't know nothing, y'all not a woman, y'all don't know what we go through. We go through the fight, we go through the struggle. But when a woman holds them accountable, we're pick me's, we're dangerous, we're ugly, and that's okay. I take all the name calling. I'm okay. And I wanted to make something else clear because I put this on the post, and this wasn't a threat. But I did say that if anybody went against what I posted and tried to make a death threat to me, meaning if women still don't want to believe and they want to hop into my inbox and say, I hope you die or I hope somebody assaults you with a brick, anything threatening, I'm not only going to run your information, I now partner with someone that runs IPs. I'm not playing with y'all motherfuckers no more. So I'm warning you guys today. Today is Wednesday, the 13th of September. If any of you women, or if you send your man or your boyfriend or your cousin, your uncle, I don't give a fuck if you send the dog. If you come into my inbox on Facebook, and I'm petty, I check my spam. I check the spam messages too. That's how petty I am. You can have no profile. You can have one follower. You can have no followers. If you reach out to me and make a threat, I will record your link and send it to my partner and he will run your IP. And I will get your location and I will send that to the cops in your state. And I'm gonna pursue criminal charges. I'm not holding back anymore on you bitches. I will lock all y'all bitches up and you'll lose your kids, your jobs, your family. I don't care. I
Yeah,
don't care
call
if
up
you
their
hold on, let
jobs.
me finish. Please let me finish. This is your warning because y'all women keep playing me and you keep testing me. And this guy that I met, I know he's real because he sent me location of someone. I put him to the test. And I sent him something where I knew the address. And he sent the address and was spot on. Me and him partner, and I'm not going to give you his name, but I'm letting you women know that in the event that you make a threat to my life or to my family, if it's a man, you go to my husband. If you're a woman, the cops will be at your door. And when it comes to criminal charges, it costs me nothing. It will cost you everything. Remember that. I'm not trying to sue you for money, but I will make sure you get a misdemeanor or a felony depending on your background. So if you love your kids and you love your life, you love your job, you love your family, don't do nothing to ruin your life because you're mad about me posting the truth on a woman you don't even know. So I'm telling you, don't fuck with me because I'm not going to make you write an essay. I'm not going to make you write an apology note. You are going to be held accountable in court. And I ain't even got to be there to see you get locked up. Once they take your mugshot, I will then post it and make you an example and add you to a file. So to any woman that's getting itchy and you feel like sending me something threatening, please pause on that. I don't want to ruin your life, but I will. In the legal way, not the hurtful way. So I'm just trying to help you guys. Okay, Ranger, you had your time. I need to move through because I'm not going to be here that long. Perfect, you're next. Go ahead.
And what's going on? Well, first and foremost, you're doing a really good job of the way you regulate this panel because I be on panels sometimes and it's everybody talking over everybody and stuff. So you're doing a really good job on that. So, but to answer the guy's question, the last guy who was speaking, who was asking like, why are things the way they are? Why do women, X, Y, and Z? Now, to go even deeper, um, as far as what you were saying, it goes a little bit deeper than that. You got the people who control the media, who control the flow of information, who basically do what's called social engineering. They put certain kinds of information out here that essentially controls the way that society thinks. And it's one big game of divide and conquer. So they got it to where one side, acts highly irrational and all that kind of stuff. And you see this being promoted in, TV, music, movies, magazines, whatever, even your school, all kind of stuff. So one side has been conditioned to act a certain way. And then, they've also made it to where, society has to support this, or otherwise they have these loaded terms they throw at you to shame you for not going along with it. So that's the deeper meaning to it. But to the main point I wanted to make was, first of all, good job on calling this scam out for what it was, you know. And I don't know if you saw this or not, but one thing that told me that it was fake was the fact that she immediately ran with the whole narrative that, some guy hit upside the head because she didn't give him her phone number. And why that stands out to me is because I've been seeing black women on social media for the past 2, 3 months. They've been posting these little memes and things like that, saying that they're afraid when they're out in public, they're afraid to reject a guy or not give a guy their number because they're afraid that he's going to violently attack them. I've been seeing this little narrative go around for the past 2, 3 months, and I thought it was weird because to me, I'm like, y'all are trying to create this false narrative that guys are out here really doing this, and then to see her, jump immediately to that, that pretty much told me all I needed to know, that the whole thing was fake. I'm like, she's riding that wave, you know. And as far as her donations, this might be a bit controversial, what I'm gonna say, but truth be told, I feel like she should keep every penny. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like nobody was scammed, because I feel like anybody who donated was stupid enough to play this little game of identity politics. They didn't care about what was true. In my opinion, they were just trying to go along with a narrative. And they got what they deserved, in my opinion. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, I appreciate what you just said, and I respect your opinion, but I'm definitely gonna have to disagree with you. Even though those people fell for that scam, you do have some people that are just gullible, and that's the way they live their life. They don't believe the facts. They will still believe someone crying because they might have went through it, and it's hard for them to believe reality. Like, you have to ask yourself, why do women still support Derek Jackson? We heard his wife say that he messed with 100 plus women, right? We heard her say how she would watch the sex tapes and try to, mimic the women and how they were getting down with him in the bedroom. And she tried to do that. We heard her say that he took her spirit. He took her heart. He took her soul. All these bad things. And these women are still buying his book. Ask yourself
Hmm.
why women still support it. Because there are some women in this world that just don't see reality. They live in this love and hip hop Real House of Wives of Atlanta, whatever you want to call it. And you know what? Rhoda was a big fan of the Real Housewives. She loved the whole series. That's all she talked about on her Instagram. That's all she talked about on her Twitter. So she was a bit weird when it comes to that type of stuff. They believe that type of life. So they don't believe that a man can be that vile if he's attractive and they want to have sex with him. So when you think about this, a lot of people donated. They donated based off of what she was saying. And when the Shade Room posted, they believe the Shade Room. They think the Shade Room is a credible news outlet, but it's not. They're called the Shade Room. Sometimes they're actually shading people and not supporting, and people don't see that. They don't see that. It's all about shade. When has the Shade Room said, we want to use our platform to help businesses and we're not going to charge you $1,000 a day? They literally charge people $1,000 a day for them to promote your business.
Damn.
$1,000. 500 if you wanted to sit on their story for 24 hours. Let that sink in. How are
So let me say this.
the Shade
I'm
Room is
sorry.
the shadiest people. They've posted my content for free. All they did was tag me. It got me a few followers. But when I told them, can you post about mental health and share my page? They wanted $1,000. The drama, the toxic shit is free. Real shit about
Mm.
empowering, that's going to cost you. Let that sink in. Because a lot of y'all think the Shade Room is a credible site. They're not. It's ran by a Nigerian woman who doesn't give two shits about you. When Black History came up and I sent them my Black History shirts, they chose somebody else's shirt with figures that are not even of importance today. They chose him over me. It's not about what he did. It's the messenger. They don't like me. People don't like me because I hold people accountable. That's why they hate me. If I was only posting about hating black men, I would have maybe 5 million subscribers right now. So when you think about it, they don't like me because I haven't changed. I'm not like Kevin Samuels, where I started off, ooh, this is what you have to wear to be a good man. And then I went to you're too. You a big back hyena. That's where Kevin went. He went from being
Yeah.
nice and positive to now giving people the ugly truth and became big. I've been the same for years. So when it comes to the donations, no, everybody deserves their money back. The more people like me put this out there, the more people will start to do their research before they donate. And there's still going to be
Uh,
gullible people, but $42,000 is too much. If it was $50, if it was $1,000, I would still try to get her shut down, but it
yeah.
wouldn't be at a high rate like it is now. 42 is too much. Why not
Hey,
donate that to Alicia Nelson, who's dying of cancer and leaving behind four
mm,
beautiful babies? Why not donate that money there? That's what
hey,
I'm
do
trying
you
to tell
mind?
y'all. She's a black woman. She's only 33 and she's dying, y'all. That cancer is growing in her body. Any day now, she won't be here. She's right now planning her funeral. She's right now on
Mm,
TikTok laughing and telling everybody, do you want to join my homegoing? She's so upbeat about dying any day now. And y'all telling me that this woman deserves 42K? Hell to the no. No. She
do you
ain't getting
mind
it
if I
on my
respond to
watch.
that?
No. No. Not gonna happen. Okay, so hold on, perfect. We'll get back to you. I want to keep it going. Game changer. You got 5 minutes. Talk to me.
All right, thanks a lot. I won't be that long, but I actually agree with both of you. I do want to point out that there are a lot of women who that donated her wasn't really donating to like her for medical reasons or anything like that. I think that they were donating just to support the propaganda, negative propaganda against black men. A lot of women depend on this propaganda and they know that it went out to the shade room and it was popular, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What they want to do is they want to encourage other women to do such things again, even if it's a lie. They want to encourage others to lie in the same way. They want to give them a financial incentive to do so. It's sad, but the hate has reached that level. And also, and the brother was asking earlier, why is it so much hate? I think the reason is because a lot of black people, both men and women, they recognize that there's a problem. There's a problem in the community, and for black women, in order to feel as if the problem isn't them, it isn't caused by them, it isn't caused by, embracing feminism or, supporting a different lifestyle going against traditional, which we showed has worked, though it's not perfect in the past. They don't want to admit that they were wrong for returning from women into modern women. So the only other outcome is that the men are horrible. Not only do they need others to believe it, but they need to believe it themselves. So that's why you'll never get like a confession or anything like that. You have to believe that men are horrible, or else the reason why the situation is horrible is an internal one. And they're fighting tooth and nail against that. And unfortunately, just like you said with Derek Jackson, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, even if it's a lie, they will support that lie because a pretty lie sometimes is better than the ugly truth.
Agreed. Everything you said, I agree. And it's gonna take more of us women because we outnumber y'all. We know that. We know that in real life we outnumber the men. But women are the least ones that's gonna say, you know what? I shouldn't have listened to this woman's story. I should have listened what Daphne was saying, took a deep breath and not played on her heartstrings and said, you know what? I can relate. A lot of women can relate to her because a lot of them have gone through it. And I want you to remember, I told you guys that I'm not a perfect woman. I told everybody on the panel, I told everybody on my show that I had my ass beat for 3.5 years. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm not afraid to admit it. By the hands of a black man who was much taller, much bigger, and much stronger than me. The only weapon I had was my mouth. And whenever he would accuse me and hit me in the face, I knew that my words was like hitting him back. I knew what to say. I knew how to trigger him. And at that age, since I was in my early 20s, I felt like I had power over him. And he didn't even realize it. His hits, the stabbings, the chokings, the pushing me down the stairs, all that he did to me, I still felt like I was stronger than him. And it took my mouth. But see, I could have used that same foul mouth that called him a bitch ass nigga, that called him a weak and broken, dusty ass nigga. Oh, my words were stinging him. And that's what made him hit me more. I could have prevented half of those hits. And with that same mouth that I was hitting him back with my words, I could have called his dad and got him out of there much sooner. It shouldn't have taken me 3.5 years. I could have had him out of there in 6 months. I could have made that same call. but it took me 3.5 years to do it. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to teach these women that we don't have to be these type of women. I outgrew that mouth, that mouth that used to get me in trouble, that mouth that could have got me killed. I thought men were just jealous of me because I looked good and I was playing ball. No, whenever I opened my mouth, they saw me as their equal. So do you honestly think men were going to protect me at the time I was calling them a bitch? When I would cross them up and they'd fall to the ground and I said, get up, bitch? Do you honestly think they would have protected me if another man put his hands on me? No. They would have said that bitch deserved it. She's always running her mouth. I'm trying to teach you ladies something. But when I stopped calling men out of their name for no reason and I let my game speak, when that man hit me in the elbow and blood started coming out, 5 black men jumped on that motherfucker and beat the shit out of him and threw him out of the gym like the dude did on Fresh Prince. So when I tell y'all, black men will protect what they love, who they support, and who supports them. If you're calling them a bitch, they don't see you as a woman no more. You're now an aggressive hyena. So I need y'all to understand where I'm coming from. The same men that fought that guy for me, that hit me in the nose, they would have stood there and watched if it was around the time that I was calling them a bitch. I'm trying to teach y'all ladies something. I was that woman. I was Rhoda when I was younger. Rhoda's too old to be doing this too, y'all. So I want to move through and we'll come back to you, honey. I want to give a shout out to, I don't want to say this wrong. Is it Fawcett Media? Come on, unmute yourself. Is it Fawcett Media?
That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $100 cash app. I appreciate you. You about to help somebody with some diapers or something today. But I want to say thank you. And I wanted to give you the floor because you just made that big donation and you didn't have to do that. I didn't ask you for that. You did that from your heart. So go ahead and speak. I want to hear you.
Oh no, I'm one of the content creators that used your clip, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's my first time hearing from you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good to meet you. Good to meet you.
He said, "No, that was me. I took it." No, but it wasn't even towards you because this is my first time about you. I'm sure you probably have a big following, and I just wasn't. The people that I was saying this to, they know who I'm talking about, and it wasn't you on that list. But go ahead. Sir. You want to say anything?
Yeah, I saw Roma kind of abscond with everything, and I saw her coming in as a carpetbagger for sure. But I want to thank you first and foremost for standing up for black men, because I stayed off of this story for, I guess, almost 2 weeks, but I just knew something wasn't right about it. And so when I finally picked up and decided to cover it, I was just looking through TikTok and looking through all the information, and I was like, there's something not right here, something not right here. And you and a couple other TikTok creators opened up my eyes so clear to see exactly where the holes were. It was like a forensic exercise, you know, like we were in some kind of crime class, and we were just breaking down why it's not factual and why this woman has a history of this and then pulls this again, and why so many women then in turn turn on black men. Like, that was the craziest part of this. And it's not surprising, obviously, but to see them now in this later date, when we brought so much to the table, you know, in our videos, like my face is all over TikTok now. You talk about uncredited videos. They put me in every TikTok video. I'm probably public enemy #1 in that sisterhood. But
I definitely want your information too. If you can reach out to me, I want to make sure I follow you.
Okay.
Because you know how I'm feeling when you see your face, and I get caught to pick me. But go ahead and finish before I say anything. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, because I do have some advice on that too. There's a good component of that when you get MTR to put that up there. But trust and believe. We'll talk. I'm following you on Instagram, but okay. Yeah, I just want to thank you for taking that extra step, though. That you did some stuff that a man, we really couldn't go and do. Like when you were talking to that lady on that phone call at the police department.
I broke her down, didn't I?
You broke her down in a way. You was like, look, I'm concerned because I'm a black woman and they don't want no people with bricks out here on the loose. Like, you know. So,
I had to say I want my family to be safe. When it comes to me talking to a woman, I know how to do this and say, ma'am, I just want to make sure my family's good. I'm worried as a black woman. Yep. And you hear she repeated me, okay, family is safe. What's her last name? I had to do that because she wouldn't have did that for nobody else, right?
I know. I thought she was on the other side. I thought she was already aware.
You heard her, she said, she already filed a report. I said, damn, this must be Rhoda's cousin. Okay, hold on. But then I broke her down. And shout out to her. I didn't release her name. I gave her name to Joe from from GoFundMe so that he can ask for her. So yeah, she did more than most would have done. And I'm thankful for that. I didn't know how that call was going to go. I just knew I had to stick to my guns, and it worked. And what did I tell you? I'm not trying to judge this woman, but I told you women are the easiest to get. I can call a woman right now and say, this man just got through choking me. For real? Yeah, I need your help. Can you send me $5? Damn, got the money. That easy. Now I'm back to talking normal. That's what Rhoda did. Rhoda said, y'all know what he looks like. Y'all know, go get him, because I don't give a fuck about what y'all got to say. I was like, damn.
The black boogeyman, you know him. He's on your
So
corner. He's trying to talk to you next. That's what she put in everybody's head, is that he's trying. Every dude that comes up and talks to you now potentially has a brick. I've seen women in my own neighborhood act crazy since this moment has happened. Like people that I have interactions with, they jumped in things. Like, I'm like, wow. I was like, this stuff goes fast. This internet is amazing and it's powerful, and you are bringing some accountability to this. And
thank you.
Queen befitting her moniker.
Right. I think we can have a good partnership as well. I would love to do some business with you. Like I said, you know how it is when people steal your content and you work so hard to get it. And I said, if I hear my voice all over, I'm gonna come after people because it's my voice. Don't take my stuff. That's why I put my IG across it, because I knew if I just released just a video, anyone would have posted it and they wouldn't have gave me my credit. So thank you, man. I really appreciate you, sir. And I do want to talk to you outside of this. Okay.
Yeah. And one suggestion on the next mission, if you have any more, if you're letting it go, got to get a hold of that club owner and verify him that he didn't have anything on that tape. Because they're even saying he did verify.
Check it out. If he had any evidence that backed up her story, he would have had to send that to the police, because you witnessed an attack. And as a club owner, you have a permit. You also held to certain standards. When you have those cameras and you see something go on and you don't say nothing, you're an accomplice. So you're just like the guy with the brick. So I believe the club owner. Let me ask you this: why didn't Rhoda tell everybody the name of the club?
Exactly.
It would have been too easy. But that lady told me we have no information here at the end, and she laughed. I laughed too, because she said, "What are we supposed to look for? We have no." She didn't even put the club. Listen to what I'm saying. The woman said she didn't leave us any detail. So the cops can't do nothing. Who are we supposed to look for? So when you leave them no details, that saves you from being charged with a crime for false reporting. Rhoda played that part smart.
They discovered that the report might have been blank because it was an automatically generated report.
No. She had the actual paper. So if you go down to the police station, you can't file a police report in person. They give you a paper. It's a half a sheet of paper. If you do it online, they'll send you an email, because I tried to do it online too myself. And they just now told me that they took the report. So what I'm saying is, you could do it online or go down there. That paperwork that she had, that's what you get at the police department. I looked it up online. It matched.
Okay.
So she went down there probably on Saturday
and then clammed
said,
up.
"Oh, I just want to do that." She did that for the GoFundMe, because when you've been assaulted, if you've been attacked and it's an ongoing investigation, but you still have to heal, you have to show them that you did it. No different than someone dying and them needing a copy of the obituary. It sounds harsh, but they got to verify. People can make fake obits too, y'all. They can. They can fake an obituary just to get a few 100,000. So what I'm saying is, GoFundMe has to verify too. And all they would need is that number. That's it. Most of them don't even call the number. They just see the paperwork and say, okay, that's a real authentic Houston paperwork. Okay, she's good. Release the money. Well, I kind of put a damper into that. She ain't getting no money. But not from that way. She not getting it. So yeah, media, I got you, man. I got you.
All right. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Lori has been waiting patiently, and then I'm gonna have to go to KB. So Lori, you're on the horn. Please try to keep it at 5 minutes, hon.
Okay. So I sent you that DM, and I was Roma, and I didn't know if you had a chance to check it or not. You probably saw the stuff beforehand, I'm guessing, because 6 months ago, it had to have been around that time, I had said, "Hey, do you know Daphne, the queen of accountability?" And she didn't look at my email. Now that I'm thinking about this and listening to everything, and then when I saw what she posted, I was like, wait a minute, Daphne already posted that. So then I left another comment. She didn't react to it. Now I'm wondering, do you think that she's purposely ignoring me? Because I sent her an email the first time, like saying, "Oh, you guys should do a collab because you guys have the same interests." This was like I said, like 6 months ago,
What?
and I knew that AOK covered your stuff and her stuff. And then when I saw that she used your voice, and I had to listen to it twice because I was just like, "Wait a minute, that's Daphne." And so that's when I sent you the DM and
You
Instagram.
on my Instagram? You did?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
I have to check that, Lori. I didn't get that. So you said
But
that woman used my name. Who is she? What's her name?
it's Roma.
Oh, that the white lady that was on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Roma Army.
I reached out to her on TikTok and I told her to check her inbox because I told her I want you to credit me when you're using my voice, and she never responded. So that's
Well,
typical of people like her. They want all the shine, and her being a white woman she's trying to overshadow us black women who've been calling this shit out. Like I said, Roma just now made that big TikTok and went
yeah,
viral. But
yeah.
what about celebrities TikTok that was posted a week
That's
before Roma?
why.
See, that's
That's
how they
why.
do this. They don't like me, but a white woman with tattoos who got crust in her eye can get on the camera and say, "Yeah, she fooled you guys, and look at this, and look at this Facebook." I could
That's
have
why I
went deep like
DM'd
that,
you.
too, but I didn't. I posted her job. I posted where she worked, how much she made. I posted things that you wouldn't have found on Facebook. I posted that she had 2
Right.
PP loans. This woman scammed them and said that she worked for a man, right? The name of the business didn't exist, but she ended up getting a PPP loan, right? And she owes them. It's charged off now. Charged off means that it's on her credit, means that she didn't pay it off. If you look at other PP loans, it might say forgiven because they were forgiven. Well, she wasn't forgiven for her loans because the information she put out couldn't be verified. So she scammed the government too. And she's lucky she got off. It was less than $5,000. But had she have been taking out those 30, 40, $50,000 loans like other people were doing, she'd be in jail. So it's not just what we're seeing. This woman has been scamming for years, you guys. For years. I could just imagine how many people she scammed with that. 1 minute she's Somalian, the next minute she's African American, and the next minute she's Muslim. Please pick something.
Mm-hmm.
They know her as an African American woman, but the Somalian community says she's one of theirs. So pick a side, queen. Pick a side. So thank you, Lori. I have to keep it moving.
Yeah, because that's what I saw. I saw that AOK was covering both you guys, so that's why I said like 6 months ago. I emailed her and I said, "Have you ever thought about collabing with Daphne? The accountability. I keep messing up. I'm sorry. You know I stutter.
It's okay.
But and then when I just saw it the other day, that's when I DM'd you and I was like, I asked her again, "Do you know Daphne? Because I'm pretty sure that's her voice. And have you thought about collabing with her?" And she ignored me again. And I'm like, is she ignoring me on purpose?
Yeah, it was on purpose because when she did to you what Derek Jackson did to me. If anybody remember when Derek Jackson stole my mental health meme that I talked about, Kanye West and Tyrese and Will Smith, he stole it and left my face on the post. I reached out to him and told him to tag me and to take his watermark off and post the original. He ignored me. So I sent some other people to do it. And he said, I don't know who the fuck she is. He tried to discredit me when he's posted 3 of my posts that were still on his page. So these platforms know who the fuck I am. Everybody knows who the woman with the mask is by now. You can sit there and talk about me. Just because I don't have 1 million followers, it don't mean anything. I got people that really do believe in what I do. And at the end of the day, these bigger pages think that they're better than me when really they're not. You're not better. And it's these little pages that keep exposing these big pages. Roman knows who I am. Derek Jackson knows who I am. The Shade Room, the Spiritual World, they all know who the fuck I am. I'm one of the most hated people on social media, but I also do big things for people on social media. They just don't want to give me my flowers. Because they don't want to see me do well. They want to see me lose my Instagrams and stuff because it's better that way. So thank you, Lori. I'll come back to you. I want to keep it moving. Next I have KB. Go ahead, KB.
What's up, Dad? How you doing?
I'm good. What's up?
Man, what's up, man? I am so glad, man. I'm on here, man. I appreciate all the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna take up too long and take too much of your time. So my only thing is, throughout the days, past couple of days, we have been hearing about, all of this extra stuff that's been going on with her. So I just happened to be watching Osei Du Jackson's video a couple of days, I want to say maybe yesterday. And he had one brother point out that the sister was in the club with her chains on next to, I want to say maybe her girlfriend, because she is gay. She had a mask on. So he's insinuating that she was covering it. But then when we look at the video where she smacks the white guy, it just makes me question, when did that even happen? So did she smack the white guy before she went to the club with the chains on? Because I mean, she's wearing pretty much everything is the same, throughout all 3 videos. So my biggest question is, if she slapped the white guy, was it before she went to the party with the guy with the mask, or when she had with her girlfriend when she had a mask on, or was it after? So I don't know.
Okay,
It's
so
iffy to me.
I want to comment on that. So it's
Mhm.
already been verified that she wasn't wearing the same outfit. It looked
Okay.
like it wasn't the same outfit. She did those on 2 different days. What we can confirm is that she was in a club with a mask that would have covered that injury or whatever it was to her face, the allergic reaction, whatever you want to call it. That
Mhm.
mask covered it up. She knew her angles. She looked at us from the side and then panned to her fake butt, right? So
Okay.
they said when she was out there singing, all these men stood there and did nothing. The mask was nowhere to be found. So those black men
Makes
asking her
sense.
about the brick, let me tell you,
Mhm.
there's no way in hell that you can tell me that this man hit her with a brick. But remember, when she was in the hospital room,
Oh yeah,
he
yeah. I
said
know that's a lie.
she said
Mhm.
he held the brick up and said, "What are you gonna do?" So you had
Mhm.
all that time to run. You know how to slap and twerk. You know how to get down and shake your ass. You know how to run. He would have had to throw that brick at me, but there's no way I would have stood there and said, "Do something, you bitch ass nigga," and get hit with a brick. Her story didn't make sense. Then you said that man jumped in a car with black women, but you only called out black men. What would have happened, KB, if she said, and he got into a car with black women and we stopped him, then he got into a car with a black man? Do you think
It's
they
all
would have held
confusing.
those black women accountable like they're doing these men?
Nope.
They would have skipped and jumped past that part and said, so
As
he
they
messed
always
with a
do.
black man and black
Mhm.
men stood and did nothing. That's the narrative. Let me tell you, like I said, black men, they do support us. You got a lot of dangerous men of all races.
And
Dangerous
you had
women.
a whole text about that. I believe you had a whole text about that where a guy I guess got jumped on. He was with a girl, went to a office, and she ended up accusing him of rape. And then I
Oh
guess the
man,
guy ran. I guess the
guys,
guy
look,
ended up running
I'm gonna bring that story back. I'm gonna bring that KB. I'm glad you said that. So
I did a whole
what
video on that.
KB
Yes, man. This is crazy. It's
what
crazy.
KB's talking about, because remember, I did give an update. The man ain't the same. If anybody wants to know what KB's talking about, a woman had okay, so there was a house party, and the man said that the woman was trying to, get at him, and he wasn't interested, right? So she ended up getting him in a room, right? Made him go into a room. She shut the door, locked it, and she was trying to get that man to have sex with her. He pushed her off and was like, "Get off me!" And he had to give her a little push, right? Turned on the light. She opens up the door and she runs out of there crying as if the man just raped her. And let me tell you how bad this gets. And forgive me for saying the R word. I should have said assault. Um, so when the man comes out and she's already out there crying, saying that this man assaulted her, they jumped him. They whooped the hell out of this man. And the owner had to say, hold on, y'all. Let's just call the cops. We can't kill him now. So the cops get there, and the man is telling them, like, look, she forced me into that room. Now you see a man and a woman, and the woman's probably small. A cop is not going to believe that a woman forced a man into a room, right? That's just not, in their eyes, it's not real. But the owner said, "What room are you talking about?" "That room right there." He said, "Wait, I have a camera in that room." Because, people don't just have house parties and not protect their stuff. Know that if you go to a house party, 10 times out of 10, they got a camera somewhere in one of them rooms that you think that no one's in there looking at anything, right?
That's somewhere
So,
hidden. Mm-hmm.
so what he did was the cops wanted to see the footage. It showed everything the man was saying. The woman threw herself on him and he said, "Get off me, I'm not interested," right? So he said, "Uncuff that man, cuff that woman." Let me tell you, to this day, he still doesn't go out. She ruined this man's life. She ruined this man. And that woman got a slap on the wrist because she had no priors. Do y'all get what I'm trying to tell y'all? She got a slap on the wrist. This man is scared to go to family events. She ruined this man's life for one night, that one incident. He's not the same. I said, "Can you try to go to it?" "I can't." He said, "I shake if I'm somewhere where there's a lot of women. I get scared. I'm scared." And he said, "I used to be the toughest man on the block. I knock any motherfucker out. And now I'm the weakest man on the block." He can't even go outside. He's scared to go to family get-togethers. birthday parties for his nieces and nephews. She ruined that man's life and didn't get anything but community service, y'all. So when I tell you that women are dangerous, and I'm not saying that men aren't, because I live out here in the Shy. I've almost been robbed. I almost got shot. And I almost got shot because I was getting my nails done on a block that I shouldn't have been on. I almost got robbed because I was in an area I shouldn't have been at. So I can honestly say that 3 times my life was in danger in the almost 11 years I've been in Chicago.
What
And that's
happened to the men that jumped them?
and those times I could have prevented that. I could have prevented those things. My husband told me, don't go to the West Side. Oh, I need to go there. My hair store is there. I like to go there to get my hair ties and all my good stuff. It's cheap out there. My husband warned me not to go. And I still didn't listen to my husband. And I almost got robbed. Probably would have got killed. I was watching. But one thing my husband taught me is to be aware of my surroundings. You women would come out of Walmart on your phone. Get into your car and not even lock the doors when you get in. And that's how y'all get got. A lot of this shit y'all can prevent. But we're not going to sit here and act like women aren't dangerous. They're looking for a woman right now who's going around fondling kids. So I want y'all to know that dangerous people come in both sexes and all races. We got to stop saying that it's just black men. And I gave you guys a perfect example of me not being protected versus me being protected. When I was a loud hyena, an aggressive loudmouth, no one gave a fuck about Daphne. I'm sure they were hoping for a man to knock me out. I'm sure those guys were hoping that a man would knock me out. I could have lost my life many times on that basketball court. And I tell you guys, if you ever go to Arizona, ask about Daphne. I was one of the top female basketball players who didn't go to college. Can you guys mute, please? I'm hearing all this side stuff, please. I was one of the top people out there hooping with men. I only hooped with men because I did not get along with women. So when I'm telling you guys, when I was calling men out of their name, none of those men would have had my back if I got hit. So when I worked on my attitude in my mouth and I fixed it, they protected me. I'm telling y'all, my husband can tell this story like it's nothing. I was D'ing this guy up so good, y'all. He couldn't get past me. He was much taller than me. We're talking about like maybe 6'1", and I'm only 5'5". I was D'ing him up. He wasn't going nowhere. So he took the ball and started rocking side to side with his elbows out. He knew where my head was at and didn't care. And he hit me right at the tip of my nose. And blood just started squirting. I held onto my nose and I left the gym. And as soon as I look up, there's like 5 guys on him, my husband included. They whooped his ass. And at that time, he wasn't my husband. We were just talking. And he had my back. But imagine if I called him a bitch. Come on, bitch. That's why you can't get past me, you bitch ass, weak ass, dumb ass. Half of them wouldn't have stepped in. They would have probably stood up and said, bro, no, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong for hitting that sister like that. It would have been a different party. So I need you women to understand that black men are going to protect women that are respecting themselves and respecting them at the same time. If you give off aggressive and masculine vibes, they're not going to see you as an innocent flower. They're going to see you as a weed that you have to pull up off the ground or that you ignore. What do we do with weeds? We don't want them in our garden, right? We ignore the weeds. You want the good stuff. So what I'm trying to tell these women is I changed and the protection changed too. That's what I'm trying to teach you women. But y'all think that I'm saying that I'm perfect, and I never said I'm perfect. But a lot of you women, you hate accountability because it involves you having to say, I'm sorry. And I have no problem with telling someone I'm sorry. If it would have came out that I was wrong and she said, yes, Daphne, she did file a police report. She did give us a description. We are investigating and we're going to release a statement today. I would have apologized to Rhoda and said, wow, it took you 6 days to do it, but she actually filed the police report. I'm sorry for saying you didn't. She would have got something. I'm not afraid to say I'm sorry. I'm not, because I'm not perfect. Y'all keep thinking that I get everybody. I don't. There are some people that don't have nothing to get. So what I'm saying is I wouldn't have had a problem with saying my bad. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I was wrong saying that you didn't give them a description. But why won't you give it to us? That would have been the next thing. That's it. That's all. Okay, hold on. Let me see who else is on here trying to get on. Okay, guys, I'm going to go round table. Passive was next. Passive, and then I'll go down the road. If you guys can keep it at 5 minutes, please stick to the topic. That's all I'm asking. Passive, go ahead, hon.
All right, thank you for having me. So I was gonna go on to the topic you're talking about, on TikTok, on the way they jumped the gun. So I don't know how messed up my TikTok is, where literally I'm on the For You page, and you know how you scroll up every so often, and it takes you to a live. literally every live that pops up is like one of those like lives of like black women bashing black men on this situation. But no matter how many times I block or I change like the content preference or like I filter out words, it always brings me back to that live, or those lives. So like okay, and on the Roma thing, yeah, like she's well, I would say she's on the same side as you, but she does need to give you credit. Like that's like a huge thing that's been happening on TikTok where nobody wants to give anybody like the original creators of anything credit for some reason. So I know that we're probably not gonna get no type of apology from these women that hold these lives that are like on there 24/7 on the same topic over and over again, like finding any type of reason to bash a man for some reason. Um, so in this situation, it's like on the recent post, like I commented, like why would a ultrasound specialist be looking into a victim of like what is it that I put? Yeah, like why would an ultrasound specialist look into the fact to a patient with face injuries, which to me makes no sense. Like it sounds like she probably faked the. She probably just Googled the nearest hospital and just picked a random doctor and just put their name on the note that she got from them or something. She probably faked that too.
I'm glad you said that. So to people who want to know what he's talking about, Rhoda had posted her paperwork when she supposedly went to the hospital. It was on a Sunday, and she put the name on there, or the name on there said you were seen by Jennifer Cornell. So Jennifer is an assistant professor at the Baylor School of Medicine. So she specializes in ultrasound. I put that out there too. We know that Rhoda had CT scans. A CT scan is not the same as an ultrasound. The difference is radiation. CT scans have radiation, ultrasounds typically don't. So Jennifer being a specialist in ultrasounds, I'm sure she deals with a lot of pregnant women and things like that. There wouldn't have been a reason for her to see Rhoda unless she was getting an ultrasound. And it would have said on there they did it because she was pregnant. That's if that was the narrative, but it wasn't. So I found it odd how that was the primary name. Also, her doctor's note was very, very vague. I've had doctor's notes before in my life, and most of the companies would say it must have their letterhead because anybody can type up you need to be off of work and then sign a signature. Not only did she use Aaron Oates, that's on her doctor's note, he is in his first year of residency at the Baylor College of Medicine. He's in his first year. He still has a few years to go. So if she brought him into this and this man signed that document knowing she's lying, he can lose all of that. Do you realize the amount of people she put in this ring? And not only that, what doctor is going to say you can reach out to me on my school email? That makes absolutely no sense. Most of your doctor's notes will tell you can call the hospital, dial this extension, and you'll get to me. He didn't leave a number. He put his EDU. Anybody that has ever been a student like myself knows that EDU means education. That's an email when you're in school. So why was this doctor giving him the email or giving her manager, whoever it is, a school email instead of the hospital information? Think about that, guys. I go deep when I do my investigation. It doesn't make sense. Aaron Oates is still a baby. He's still wet behind the ears. And if Jennifer was your primary doctor, Jennifer should have wrote the note. But Jennifer is not even in the States. Jennifer's out of the country. I know her personal email. I know her personal phone number. I emailed the work email and her personal email, and they both said she's out of the country and she doesn't have any access to her email. And they'll let you know when she comes back. When I called the Baylor College of Medicine, they said she's been gone this month. This month means she would have had to be gone since September the 1st. That letter, that note that she had, seeing Jennifer, was September the 3rd on a Sunday. So a lot of things aren't adding up, guys, but I'm going to give you the tea. I'm going to continue to give you the tea. When Rhoda planned this lie out, she didn't think people like me existed. Because a lot of people don't really give a damn if it's real or not. They're going to keep scrolling. Well, it's not my business. Well, it's my business. And I'm tired of you black women telling me to mind my business. Because anytime somebody puts something out there publicly, they want me to be a part of their business. Who is it for? Us, right? So we got to stop acting like when someone gets held accountable that we're supposed to shut up. No, I keep telling y'all women to stop playing with me and y'all keep doing it. It is not hard for me to call a police department, y'all. You could do it from any place in the world. It's called the non-emergency number. It's not hard to do. I have a cop come to your house and do a wellness check. Keep playing with me. But one thing your women are going to stop doing is lying on men. There are real victims out there right now being assaulted right now that are scared to come forward because of Rhoda or Carly or Amber Heard or Megan Thee Stallion. Y'all love Megan Thee Stallion, right? But she lied on national TV. No, we haven't had sex. And she did the fake cry and was lying. If you lie about something like that, even though we knew you was fucking them, then what else are you going to lie about? Who actually shot you? So please forgive us if we still don't believe you, Meg. Because once you lie to me, that's it. You've already established your character with me that you're a lying motherfucker. If I tell you my name is not Daphne and my name is Accountability, why would I lie about something that I know that people already know the truth? It makes no sense. But she went on Gayle King and cried, fake cry, right? And yet these women still said, poor baby, poor stallion. I still don't believe Tory Lanez shot her. And I'm sticking with that. I still believe that her and Kelsey got into a fight and Kelsey grabbed that gun and didn't know how to aim properly. That's why I was shot at the ground. I'm sticking with that narrative because a man like Tory, I'm sure he shot a gun before. And to shoot somebody on the side of their foot, that's bad aim, bro. Even I know how to aim my 9. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we got to use logic and not emotion. Y'all just don't like Tory because it's Tory. But y'all hate the fact that this man already hit. He already got some booty from her. Meg Thee Stallion gave up the panties. So y'all can call him all the short game names y'all want, Baldy, whatever you want. He still got the pussy. See what I'm saying? So how does that make Meg look, right? Y'all sit there and call Trey Songz a womanizer, right? And he got the draws from Megan too. So this hottie that y'all love, look who she's been fucking with. So at the end of the day, women hate accountability. They do. Y'all believed Amber Heard. You believed Carly Russell. This is going to go right next to Carly Russell in the archives of lying motherfuckers. She lied. She had all these people believing her. All these women doing TikToks like he said he saw online. I saw it too. When I went to TikTok, I was saving a lot of videos of women saying black men ain't shit because I wanted to use that against them. That's what I'm going to do, guys. Y'all think I'm done with this tour? All the black men that were belittled and talked about and bashed, I got the receipts. And I'm going to post it on my YouTube. And I'm going to show your username because you put it out there, not me. These women would never do a video saying, you know what? We just came across some news. It turns out that Rhoda Brick Osmond was lying. And we want to say on behalf of me, a black woman, I want to say I'm sorry to the black men that I accused, belittled, talked about. I'm sorry for believing someone and not waiting for the facts. Please forgive me, black men. You will never see that video. You won't, because women don't like to retract. They'll say, well, it could have happened. We're not going to do it because somebody in real life probably did get hit with a brick, but it wasn't Rhoda. So why would we not take back what we did? Because you women would want the courts to apologize if they arrested your son without any facts. Y'all would want them to pay you too, wouldn't you? So why isn't it fair right now? When Jonathan Majors, when y'all found out that his girlfriend fled the country, y'all still were calling him a predator and calling Megan a predator too. Even when y'all heard that the woman fled because they got a warrant for her arrest for lying, y'all still think Jonathan is this bad guy. This is the world we live in, y'all. And that's why people like me will continue to expose people like Rhoda. I'm not done. Even if I hang up going into groups and getting people, if I see something online, I'm going to still continue that. Because when it's online and you're getting paid off of it, I can't let you get any profit from it. I would be doing women and men a disservice if I let you get away with lying. It wouldn't be fair. This Rhoda energy that I put into it, it was worth every minute that I put into this. It was worth it. And just like I was telling Fawcett, when I spoke to that officer, I had to be calm. I had to change my tonality to get her to buy in. When I told her I'm a black woman, what if I'm in Houston? What if this guy wants to do it again with a brick? I want to make sure my family is safe. And she repeated, your family is safe? I said, yes. Okay, what's her last name? Y'all, that took 9 minutes. That's how long it took. All you gotta do is change your tone. It's no different than Rhoda crying and saying, y'all know what he looks like. Y'all know exactly what he looks like, but I don't give a fuck if you don't. Her voice changed quickly, y'all. That's how powerful a woman is, that mouth. That's why I tell men a woman's mouth is stronger than your fist. When I said that, a lot of people didn't get it. It went over their wigs. They didn't get that analogy. Our mouths are very powerful. We can get a man locked up and not even be in the same room, the same house, the same state, and get him locked up. Just off of what we say on the phone. He's trying to hurt me. Look, he's hitting me. And they're hitting themselves. Cops show up, guns blaze. Get down, Pookie. Get your hands behind your back. They don't got no facts. All they got is a video, a recording of a woman crying. That's how powerful a woman's mouth is. That's why I tell you men, be careful who you're dealing with. When a woman is angry, how she acts, believe her. If she's saying I'll call the cops on you when y'all get into an argument, leave her. It's not going to get better. When I got into an argument with my husband, I never said I'm going to call the cops. We're going to handle this shit together. For better or worse, my nigga. We did this together. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. I ain't calling no cops. And me and my husband, we've had big arguments over sports, over basketball, over ESPN, something we saw. No, you didn't. I bet you. Big arguments. We went there, but we never called on each other. That's not what we do. Women say they love black men, but as soon as something happens that they don't like, I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to go to child support. Men, you will see this behavior if you take your time with these women. You'll see it. When she's mad, believe her. How she acts, believe her. Don't take it as a joke. Oh, her big ass is just playing, but she got a fat, nice ass though. Woo! You men, y'all got to stop being hypnotized. Wake up. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be in trouble. Okay, let me see who else is in here. I think I did go through everybody in here. Oh, Devin. We have Devin here. Devin, you're on the mic. Go ahead, hon.
All right. Listen, can you hear me?
Yep.
Am I clear?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. First of all, like you call her Brittany or something like that? That was funny as hell.
No, I call her Rhoda Brick. Her middle name is Brick.
What? Yo. All right. So anyway, all right. So this story struck a chord with me because I fell out with a lot of women because immediately I saw something. I saw a flaw in her story. I was like, yo, this shit ain't adding up. First of all, that's a magic brick because it didn't break the skin. You know what I mean? And then the whole narrative that black men don't protect black women. All right, so 'cause I know you do your research, you dig and everything, right? 'Cause I can send you the entire audio of my trial. I was facing 46 years in 2018. Yeah, in 2018. I don't know if you know the name. Antoine Rose was a young kid was shot by the cop. So there was a protest, and I was coming home from work. You know what I'm saying? And there was a white supremacist, and he was actually on a run for a double homicide. His name was Charles Pershing. I can send you all of that. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't know who dude was. I didn't know who the black woman was, but I just know he was all in her face and he was trying to act like he was going to do something. So, I mean, I slid her out the way and I went in on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knocked dude out and I tried to, like, I ain't even gonna lie. I could talk about it because I was found not guilty. And I tried to push my thumb through his throat. I tried to kill dude.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? But and I was facing 46 years for that. You know what I'm saying? And then the woman, like I was able to reach out to her through somebody like one of her I think that was like a previous boyfriend or whatever that I had already known. But I found out that they was dating after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So like me and her is cool. We good now. But when it came time for that trial, she didn't even come to the trial. She just left me hanging. And all she had to do, and my lawyer was saying, the only thing she had to do was come in there and say the reason why the fight started was because I was protecting her. You know what I'm saying? But it was all on camera. It was recorded on the PNC bank cameras. But I was facing 46 years behind that. You know what I'm saying? So when I see men now say, dang, like I'm not just going to risk myself or risk my life and everything. They might not have that experience. They might not have that experience, but I feel where they coming from. That shit is real. Because when I was facing that shit, that was serious.
Well, I'm glad that you're not facing that. And The fact that when you needed her, she dipped like that, that's the state of a lot of these women. They want y'all to protect them. Then when y'all get killed, they're not starting a GoFundMe for y'all. They're not making sure that your family is straight. They're just like, oh, well, but thank you. Thank you, Ray Ray. Thank you, Michael. They don't care. And that's why men don't do it, because you guys are not in the front lines helping them. And I tell men, if you see a couple arguing in public, just call now or take a plate, take a picture of the plate, and just let 911 know you saw it, and here's the information, and go about your day. Go home to your family. Because I'm telling you, that's not the first time he raised his voice. That's not the last time he'll raise it. Women know what they're doing when they take it out in public. They know what they're doing. And it's not fair for them to think that a man is going to jump in front of a crazy man who has nothing to lose. Some of these women get with these men that's fresh out, and they don't know how to act. And they think that she's been sleeping with everybody while he was locked up. So it's already bad. And she chooses to stay with this man. Women choose this. Unless you're being forced at gunpoint, you're choosing to stay with these dangerous men. But not all men are dangerous. Like I said, I've been in Chicago almost 11 years. And I've only had 3 instances where my life was in danger. And I put myself there. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I put myself there. Had I have obeyed my husband and did what he told me to do, I would be okay. I wouldn't have been in those instances. So again, I tell women every day, you can avoid half the things that you go through, but you choose that. You know, if you go to that house party on the South Side, there's a chance you might get shot. There's a chance you might get robbed. There's a chance you might get sexually assaulted. You got to use your fucking brain, but your wigs are on so tight, you're not thinking straight. That's what the problem is. You know what's going to happen. You know, I'm not telling you not to live your life, but be smart. Do you think a man with a nice car is going to go to the hood and sit in his car and look for directions? That's dumb. You're asking for somebody to rob you. You got to use your head, ladies. That's why I said women are the most gullible. They use emotion. They don't use logic. They don't think, but we're the most educated. We need to do another census on that, because I doubt it. There's no way women are more educated than men. It has to be equal, or men are a little bit smarter. Because what I'm saying is, if women are more educated, why the fuck are y'all going through all this shit and doing this dumb shit, and you're not even smart enough to make it look real? Y'all just put something together. This is a PhD candidate who put this whole lie together and didn't think. Her grammar was off. When she posted on her story, she was spelling simple words wrong. But you're a PhD candidate? I don't know about that. Because one thing we learned in school, APA format, proper grammar, proper spelling. That's what you're taught at the master's level, bachelor's level. Come on, y'all.
I swear she was lying about that.
Okay, so hold on. Who do we have? Is that Explorer that's talking?
Oh, no, that was
it's not
definitely
Explorer.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, next I want to go to Freddie, and then we'll go to Explorer. Go ahead, Freddie.
Greetings. I got put on to you by Nikki, who I think might be in the comments. She told me a lot about you. I am on TikTok. My name is Freddie Chico from the Freddie Chico Show, and I speak on women accountability and women pandering, or the hatred of women accountability and the popularity of women pandering. And as I tell people on my show all the time, I support other content creators. So I picked up a shirt from you, from your merch, and I can't wait to get that bad boy. And I definitely understand why you're being hated, because the instant I heard this story, the instant I saw the video, I didn't have to do the research, and I can hear the holes in this girl's story. But I do appreciate the research that you did do, because there's still people on TikTok that are like, I don't care if she lied 100%. We still don't like men, and we still want to blame men for everything under the sun. And last thing you said, to piggyback off of, if these women are so hot damn smart, why are they always getting tricked by these dumb men? And like, something ain't matching up, something ain't adding up.
I like that.
But they hate me when I say that. So
no, but
I'm
what
the
you
biggest
just said
woman
was
hater.
Right. Freddie, what's your handle? Freddie, can you shout out your handle, because I want to make sure I follow you back.
I am on YouTube, the Freddie Chico Show,
Freddie Chico.
Instagram as well, and but mainly I'm on TikTok. I'm actually on TikTok right now, so they're listening to me talking to you on from the TikTok.
What's your TikTok,
but
sir?
I saw you live, so I had to check you out.
What's your TikTok?
The Freddie Chico Show.
Same thing. Okay, I'm gonna check you out on TikTok too, man. Look, and speaking of TikTok, a lot of people ask me why I didn't put this on TikTok. Listen to me. I tried 3 different videos,
It's hard.
and they
It's
flagged
hard.
every video.
Yep.
They flagged me back to back to back. I'm surprised I still have my TikTok. The reason why I still have it is because whoever's flagging my old stuff, I've been appealing it and I'm winning some of the appeals. So that takes the strike back. So as soon as I broke the story on TikTok, I even broke it again and blurred the number. They still flagged me, y'all. So I got 3 flags within 5 minutes. So I stopped posting. So I told everybody to go to my Instagram or to go here to my YouTube. They hate me on TikTok. I've had over 25 violations in the past week. And I would say 9 of those, I won my appeal and they gave it back to me. 9. So what I'm saying, y'all, is I've appealed some more of them. Whoever it is, Rhoda is on TikTok under another alias. It's not the angry black Muslim. It's not her name. She's on there under somebody else. And until someone sends it to me, I don't know what the name could be. But she's on there and she has people flagging all my old stuff. So every day when I go to TikTok, I got about 5 or 6 violations. And I'm surprised they haven't shut me down. But there is a backup TikTok for me. It's the Queen of Accountability. So on TikTok, my regular one is Celebrity, Celebrid. And then my backup is the Queen of Accountability. Because I guarantee you, I'm going to probably lose the Celebrity page. So I'm just letting y'all know this now. If I lose it, it's what happens. That's what happens when you hold people
One
accountable.
thing, I don't know if y'all talked about this, and some people not like it, but I don't sugarcoat things. I think it was a big cap. I don't know if anybody said this, that somebody even asked her for her number. Why she lying? Anybody asked you for no dang number? Did you see her even before the Brit?
Listen, y'all.
I'm just saying.
I'm not a big judge of. I try not to judge women's looks. But if
Hey,
Rhoda was quiet,
I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying.
Like she need prescription
she played that narrative, but see, nobody was looking at her face. They're looking at her big breasts and her big butt that she bought. Okay, they're not looking. If she didn't get the surgery and she was built like she was originally supposed to be built by God, she probably wouldn't have got hit on. And then when she speaks, she sounds like someone that smokes a pack of Newport today. Like she's been smoking all her life. Her voice is very annoying. It's annoying. You see what they did? Look what they did. Look what they did. Like, bro, I had to pop two Tylenol. Every time she said, look what they did, my head started hurting. Her voice, it can't be changed. But I guarantee you, let me tell y'all something. There's a video of Rhoda back in the day when she was going for Bernie Sanders when he was running for presidency. She said, and I am standing behind all Somalian women. Her voice was very, very different. So Rhoda knows how to change the tonality and take some of that cigarette out of her voice. Because when I heard her speaking for Bernie Sanders, y'all, it couldn't have been the same Rhoda, but it was. This was before the BBL, before the surgery. She was normal. She was normal. She got that BBL and surgery, and then all of a sudden, she got a smoker's voice, and she's aggressive. A lot of things are happening. So I don't know what they did. I think they took away some brain cells. Something happened. But what I'm trying to tell you, it's not odd for a man to ask you for your number and you say no. In Chicago, I used to take the train. I used to take the train on Sibley, 145th and Sibley. I took that train all the way downtown. I took that route for 2 years. And if I told y'all how many men asked me for my number, you would be like, damn, really? I got asked for my number all the time. And a lot of them knew I wasn't from this state. And I've been living here for years at this point. But they said they're not used to women smiling and saying no. They're not used to the niceness about saying no. When men would ask me for my number, I would say thank you. Or you look, damn, Ma, you look good. Can I get your number? I appreciate the compliment, but I'm married. I appreciate the compliment. I'm married. And I would smile. And they'd say, wow, there's you got a lucky husband. That was the feedback I got back from street niggas. They never said, oh, so you want to sit there and tell me no? Let me take this 9 and cock it back and hit it with the butt of the gun. I never had an issue with that. And I'm talking about these dangerous niggas that lived in Harvey, Dalton, Sibley. I was in that area. I lived in the hood. When I would go to Inglewood off of 71st and Vernon, there's a nail shop at the end. It got shot up like 20 times. When I would go to Ling Ling to get my natural nails done, I don't do the acrylics. I do natural because I play ball. When I would go there, men always hit on me. And I was very polite. I'm married. But thank you. I look good. Thank you. Even the undercover cops hit on me when they're supposed to be working. Get your ass to work. Even they hit on me. And I was still polite. I never had a man tell me, what you say, bitch? Oh, okay. Wait till you done saying Ling Ling. Come on outside. I never had a man become aggressive and dangerous when I told him no. It's how you say it, ladies. You don't have to call him a bum. You don't have to say you're not on my financial level. Just say no and smile. Because you
Yeah,
don't
but
know if that
still
man just
though,
popped. That man could have popped 2 Xanax. Go ahead, hon.
it's still that is irrelevant to the fact that they're just so quick to believe that, hey, some man got mad and hit you. Not it don't have to be true. 99% of it don't have to be true, but that's gonna trigger the people. Go, yeah, it must be, because we have no respect for men. Period.
Right.
So tell me anything. A man spent 5 years in prison based on a lie. They
Oh,
gave
yeah.
that girl $1 million based on a lie. Didn't have no evidence, no proof, no nothing, just her word and her crying. It doesn't need to be true. You can have 1 million guys that never would put a hand on you. You have people that say, there's one on TikTok right now where the girl is slapping this dude all around this car, and that's funny. That's viral. Nobody cares about that. But let that be a dude, even, flinching like he's trying to hit a girl. Oh, everybody's up in arms and got a $40,000 GoFundMe, for a girl's hurt feelings. It don't make sense.
It don't. And you know what? I did want to bring this up because I know somebody inboxed me. That thing with Selena Gomez. Oh, I'm posting that tonight. So please, if you're watching me on Instagram, the Queen of Accountability, it's on the heading. Look at the header that's going through. I'm gonna post it on my Twitter, Celebrity. So if anybody was been on Twitter, because it's really big on Twitter, Selena Gomez, if anybody know who she is, I don't even know any of her music. I don't know anything about her really, but that she's a singer, whatever. But Selena Gomez has the most followers on Instagram. I think it's like 458 million followers, and she's only following 200 people. So Selena Gomez was at the VMAs, and when they mentioned Chris Brown for an award, she did the stink face. And a lot of her stands, her worshipers, they said, well, how do we know that was for Chris Brown? Maybe her nose was itching. I'm telling you, as a black woman, as a woman, that stink face was for Chris Brown. Because when they said it, she didn't even clap. She didn't clap until after they said his name and they said Nicki Minaj. Then she starts clapping and smiles. That stink face was for Chris Brown. When I tell y'all that they won't stop sucking Chris Brown's dick, they won't. They still hold Chris Brown accountable for winning the fight against Rihanna 14 years ago. Right. 14 years ago, Chris Brown was young, and he got into an argument with his girlfriend, who was Rihanna at the time. Rihanna took his phone and started assaulting him, and he fought back and won. Right. He is still judged 14 years later. Right. So Selena Gomez decided to do a stink face because she's like, why would the VMAs give a wife beater an award? Right. They won't let this man live. They won't let this man heal. And then you wonder why he's on drugs. Then you wonder why he's been going left, because he worked so hard. This man is right next to Michael Jackson when it comes to entertainment. He can sing and dance. He can act. He is very talented. Y'all won't give him his flowers. Chris Brown, I have no problem with you. I was abused longer than Rihanna. And that was one night. And Rihanna hit you first. I never hit my boyfriend at the time to get hit like I got hit. And I forgave him. Not only did I forgive him, I prayed for him that he can move on. And he did. And he got married. Never had no criminal record. He went on to live his life. So if Rihanna really did respect Chris Brown, she would come out and say, can y'all stop judging this man? He paid his dues. He did his time. He did what he was supposed to do, and he's new. But these women would say, well, he has a long record. He did it to Karrueche. The man has never been charged for assaulting any other woman since Rihanna. And that wasn't assault. That was a fight that he won. But you women don't want to be honest about it. But Selena Gomez, hold on. Selena Gomez doing that stink face on Chris Brown. I said, let me do my research on this bitch. How can Selena Gomez follow Cardi B? I'm telling you guys, 10 out of 10 times, if a woman has a problem with Chris Brown, they actively follow Cardi B. If you put Cardi B's record up to Chris Brown's, Cardi B has a longer rap sheet. She's been assaulting women for the last decade. But Selena Gomez ain't got a problem when a woman assaults a woman. She has a problem when it's a man. Let's not forget that Cardi B just paid a hitman to harm 2 strippers because they fucked her husband real good. That's assault on a woman. But that's not enough for Selena Gomez to do a stink face. Cardi B mocked Akbar, who's a rapper and has been on Love and Hip Hop. She told Akbar, you ain't been the same since Thug slapped the shit out of you. She mocks domestic violence. And then let's not forget, Cardi B was robbing and drugging men. And
That
then
part.
when her ex cheated on her, she had a transsexual. I'm not going to say the other word. I'm going to say transsexual because that's the proper way of saying it. Had a transsexual do things to her ex while he was drugged up. So you're telling me that that's not worse than Chris Brown winning a fight 14 years ago? So for Selena Gomez to do the stank face on Chris Brown, your bitch ass is following Cardi B. And not only am I going to post it on my Instagram, I'm going to tag Selena Gomez and call her a hypocritical hyena. You women kill me. So why do you follow a known abuser who's a woman, but you still got a problem with a man who made a mistake 14 long years ago? That's the thing about women, y'all. Women support other women who assault women and men. Oh, but when it's a man assaulting a woman, you deserve to die right here on sight. So anybody that's a Selena Gomez fan, that's you. Fuck the bitch. Selena Gomez is a fat-faced hoe. I don't care what she's going through. She's a clown-ass bitch. Because she's the type of woman that would say, oh, it's wrong for a man to hit a woman, but it's right for a woman to hit a woman. It's right for a woman to drug a man and rob him and have a transsexual assault him. That's way worse than what Chris Brown did. And not only that, we know Cardi B's known for jumping the table and hitting women, putting knots on people. She is known for always assaulting women. We know that. So how can Selena support Cardi, but you do the stank face for Chris? So not only am I going to tag Selena, I'm going to tag Chris and say, bro, you got a lifelong follower, bro. Keep doing what you do. Because they've been canceling this man since the incident. And I don't like Rihanna. That's why her ass can't sing. Y'all heard her live. Hold me, hold me. Oh, she's pregnant. No, pregnancy ain't got shit to do with it. I seen Alicia Keys get on a piano 8 months pregnant and hit her notes. I seen Beyonce sit there and hit her high notes 9 months pregnant. So no, Rihanna cannot sing. Y'all just like Rihanna because she's pretty. But if Rihanna was a chick from the South Side, y'all would call her a big forehead, alien ass bitch. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep that shit all the way 1,000. Y'all women are selective outrage is always going to be on the woman's side. They get mad about one thing, but then the other thing it's okay. Like I said, Cardi B is an abuser. She's an aggressor. She's dangerous. And yet that's who Selena Gomez follows out of those 200 people. So Selena Gomez, you a clown. You a clown. And I see why no men fuck with you. And I don't care what you're going through because you were going through it when you were insulting people. Chris Brown literally minds his own business. But every month, a bitch got to bring them up because they're jealous. So I just wanted to say that because I will be posting that today. Y'all know Chris Brown shared one of my posts last year. So he knows that he has a supporter in me. And I'm a domestic violence survivor myself. And what happened with Rihanna, that wasn't domestic violence. That was a fight between two people and one of them won. Y'all can sit there and call me names all you want, but when you take somebody's phone and you go to try to hit them and bite them, they're going to fight back. They're going to fight back. These men are not going to sit here and let you beat the hell out of them. They weren't raised that way. My mama told my brother, if a woman put their hands on you, you reciprocate that. That'll teach them not to do it. We're not going to sit here and say, she's a flower. Why would you hit an innocent flower? Well, if that flower pokes me, I'm going to poke back. So that's how it is. Okay, so I already spoke to Freddie, KB. So guys, look.
Appreciate you. Salute.
Look, y'all, I wasn't trying to get on here and do this long rant, but it just bothers me how this world is. Because when I went on Twitter and I saw that people were supporting Selena for dissing Chris Brown, it did anger me and I said to myself, before I get real mad, let me go to her Instagram and see who she's following. I knew she was following Cardi B. The whole world loves Cardi B. They ignored everything she said on camera. See, when she said she was robbing men and abusing men and having transsexuals assault these men, the women said, well, there's no proof. She was just saying it, but there's no proof. So really, she shouldn't go to jail. But when Charleston White got on there and said that he was graping white women, y'all wanted him locked up. Y'all see how the energy is? Where's his victims if he did it? Y'all don't want that energy to be the same. What I'm saying is Rick Ross got pulled from Reebok for saying pop tamale in her drink. Then Reebok signs a big deal with Cardi B. Do y'all see the narrative? The society is saying that it's okay for women to abuse men and other women. You guys are okay. We'll forgive you. But when it's a Chris Brown who did it in 2009, y'all, we in 2023 going on 2024, and they still haven't forgiven him. When Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, died, Kobe Bryant's one of my favorite basketball players. What did Gayle King do with that dry ass wig? She said, well, Lisa, you know, Kobe Bryant was graping that woman. And she said, well, you didn't say this to Kobe when he was alive, Gail. You know, where was this energy, Gail, when Kobe was alive? Because Kobe was one of the only, besides Kyrie Irving, he was one of the few NBA players that was advocating for women in basketball. But see, they won't give Kobe his flowers. This man wanted to see women make it. He was even working with that girl, Caitlyn, that was hooping. I forgot her last name. Y'all know Caitlyn, the one that they was comparing to Angel Reese that plays for LSU. She was working with Kobe. That's what they were saying. I didn't know none of this stuff. I didn't know all the things Kobe was doing. I find this out when he dies. Oh, and he did this and that. You're like, what? Kobe wanted to see women succeed. Kobe wanted to see women make it. But as soon as he dies, y'all bring up when that woman lied about being assaulted. See, but they won't bring up how she had 3 or 4 traces of semen in her panties. She was a hoe. She was a 304. That's all she was. She knew Kobe was coming and thought, well, you know what? Let me get this money grab. Because as soon as the case settled, she went and got her titties done. Victims don't move like that, y'all. Hoes move like that. But see, Gail didn't bring that hoe on her show and say, why was there 4 traces of warm semen? You were out there fucking, wasn't you, lady? Huh, you was fucking. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 1,000. Y'all got to stop doing this to men. The attack on men is unnecessary, ladies. It is. It's unnecessary. These men don't deserve what you guys are doing. They don't. And I don't care if you're a celebrity. I hold you accountable too. Y'all know how many celebrities I've put on blast? I just got an ex-officer and called her out for lying. Y'all know that woman that lied about the Lyft driver in Chicago? I couldn't believe this woman came into my city and made up a story about almost getting abducted. He don't want you. And when I reach out to Lyft and they call me and say he's one of our top drivers, that means he's had 100+ rides with a 5-star rating. Do you know how hard that is in Chicago? To do 100 rides and get 100+ 5-star ratings? Not 4, not 3, but 5? It is hard to be perfect. So how can this abductor drive 100+ people and 100, and then you're the one that he just says, you know what, let me fuck up my rating. Let me become an abductor. And as soon as I called that woman out, she called me a demon and she blocked me on all platforms. I said, ma'am, you said you were a detective. You are ashamed. You worked as a police officer and the first thing you did was call your family and put them on speaker? What kind of cop will move like that? If you know you're a former cop, you're moving differently. I'm going to call 911 and say, hey, I'm a former cop. I'm riding in the car. Here's his license plate. I don't trust this man. You know, in Chicago, the cops are everywhere because violence happens in Chicago every second. So they would have been right behind that lift and they would have handled business. But she didn't call the cops. She didn't even report it. She reported it to TikTok. And as soon as I got a hold of that story and I called her out, she told me, drop your receipts, demon. She called me a devil, y'all. And when I dropped those receipts, guess what happened to me? I got blocked. I got blocked on all platforms. So guys, when I do this, it's not because I hate women. I hate that women lie. Does that make sense, y'all? I don't hate women because we can do things differently without all this stuff. And why do we got to drag our black men down too? Being a black man is already hard for them. It's hard for them. The cops don't like them. Society don't like them. They look at them like they're Pookies and Ray Rays who got 5 or 6 different criminal records. That's how they look at black men. So like people like my husband, who's highly educated, that went to a top college and got his degree, who's now running one of the top news stations in the world. When they see my husband, they don't see that. They see a nigga. That's what they see. So men already have it hard. They already have it hard. So women, why do you want to make it harder for them? And then you ask them to protect you. You're giving them headaches every day, but you want them to protect you? It don't work that way. I gave y'all a perfect example of how men didn't protect me when I was loud and aggressive, but when I was feminine, they had my back. When that man hit me in my nose, I didn't even see them all jump on them until I spun around to look because I heard all these noises. And my husband was in that crowd. And they picked dude up like DJ Jazzy Jeff and they threw him outside the gym. And then they tended to my nose that was bleeding. I wasn't able to finish the game because I lost a lot of blood. But those men had my back. Do you need a hospital? I said, no, I'm good. I can handle this. Oh, she tough. I wanted to get back out there. They was like, no. They was like, no, you can't get back out there, but we admire your strength. I was ready to play still, but those men had my back. That's the difference between an aggressive woman and a feminine woman. And I learned it that way. You feel me, ladies? These men will protect you, but a lot of y'all don't deserve protection. You need a therapist. You need to heal. Yeah, y'all chose bad men, but that's your fault. My ex, he whooped the hell out of me. And I still married a black man because I knew that all black men weren't like him. He was just one of the ones that needed help himself. And I didn't know anything about mental health. In my early 20s, I didn't know nothing. I just got out of high school 2 years prior when I met this man. I was still a baby. I don't know about mental health like that. I didn't even get mental health assistance when my mom and all them people died in my life. So I didn't know what he was going through, but I did learn a lot about it after the fact. I saved that black man's life. If I would have called 911 instead of his dad, oh, he would have went down. And in Arizona, they throw the book at minorities. Oh, that is a white state, guys. The last state to allow Martin Luther King Day to exist. Now they took that away. That's Arizona we talking about. The Arizona where when they put you in prison, you have to wear pink, so you can feel like a bitch. It was around that time, and I didn't want that man to go through that. So I called his dad, and I could have called his dad sooner, but I didn't, y'all. I didn't do it. Why? Because I just didn't do it. I'm thankful I did, because when his dad shipped him off to another state, he got the help. And then he got married, and now he has daughters. So his karma is strong there, all daughters. Now he has to protect men from who he was when he first started with me. Y'all feel me? See, when men that were in that kind of space of abusing and didn't know that their anger was triggered from them being abused, when they have daughters, ooh-wee, good luck. They're extra cautious. Good luck. But that's your karma. So he didn't just get karma with me helping him and saving him. He got daughters. So what I'm saying, ladies, is all men are not the same. And there are dangerous men and women out there. Both. There's probably more dangerous men. Yeah, I get that. But not every man is bad. And not every man is going to hit you with a brick because you said no to giving them the number. I only heard about one instance in New York and that guy got found. But out here in Chicago, you got some beautiful women. I mean, beautiful women. I went to the gas station the other day and this woman had cakes on her. I was looking. She was standing right in front of me. I said, whoa, that's a booty. And it was real. She had big calves. So I'm thinking maybe she was an athlete, volleyball. She was right in front of me. She was polite. Yes, I want to put 20 on pump 3. Thank you. I said, okay, lady. Okay. There's some beautiful women out here. Everywhere. So ladies, quit thinking that you are just so attractive a man is going to kill you because you said no. But know that you are going to get approached by men. And it's how you say it. You don't know if this man just did a whole line of coke. You got to watch how you present yourself. When you talk like a man and maybe they got drugs in their system, they see you as a man with a wig on. Now I'm about to attack. So you got to be careful how you talk to these men. You have every right to tell them no, but you don't have to insult them to say it. You don't have to say that. No, you bitch ass, bum ass, broke ass, dusty ass nigga. Oh, you just hurt their ego. Now they feel like they got to react to that. So you women, you know what you're doing. If a man says, hey, babe, or hey, baby, you look good. Can I have your number? Thank you so much for the compliment, but I'm taken. Even if you're not taken, you can say you're taken in a nice way and say, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. You know, I've been to the gym. Thank you. Now he's like, okay, she appreciates my comment. So that did work that way. Let me try it on another woman. Maybe I get lucky. That's what a man might be thinking. But when you call him a dusty, bum ass, crusty ass, you know, Pookie and Ray Ray ass nigga, they look at you as their equal. So I'm just saying, ladies, it's how you respond. And y'all know y'all be responding very evil. Look how they respond to me on the internet and they don't even know me. So I can just imagine a man asking you for your number, you getting real tight. You don't got to be that way. You don't. You don't have to be aggressive for no reason. It's not attractive. Men don't want to date other men. They want a soft flower. That's why Kevin Samuel said a woman that is fit and feminine. Because a lot of you guys are neither. You're loud and ghetto. And you want to be like Sukiyana. You want to have that image. But what are you leaving for your kids? So what I'm saying, ladies, is what Rhoda did today, she embarrassed her son. And do y'all think it's going to stop there? Oh no, I'm definitely calling child services. That child has to be in somebody's care that's in their right mind. She's not in her right mind. And if you lie about an assault and put that on somebody that doesn't exist, you're putting your son in danger. That's not smart. You can't do that, ladies. That same son you had when you knew if you post this, it's going to go viral. But you didn't care about your son then. Her son should not be in her custody. So I wasn't done with that. I have reached out to a couple people and I'm waiting to hear back because that son needs to be protected at all costs. So let me see. A couple more people have joined. I'm going to do a round table and then I'm going to wrap up. Guys, let me tell y'all, this was probably one of the best shows because I had a big following up here today. It's like at 150 all the way up there. And I told y'all 1 hour. Every time I tell y'all 1 hour, we always go past it because y'all keep me entertained. But what I'm saying, y'all, is even if I pull back with getting people in groups, if you see something online where someone's saying something happened, send it to me so I can verify and at least validate their story so that they can get the proper donations and help. That's all. That's the reason why I do it, y'all. I don't do it just to expose them and get views. I do it because they're taken away from someone who really needs it. Do you know how many people get turned down for government assistance because somebody else is abusing it? So we have to hold people accountable in order for the right ones to get the help. You know how many people right now just got assaulted and they saw how we exposed Rhoda and, well, she might think I'm lying too. I'm scared. And they say nothing because of Rhoda and Carly Russell. You know how many women get abducted? Men, kids get abducted and they don't really pursue it because of Carly Russell. 2 black women that are fucking it up for us. But y'all women still ride this train. Y'all still think my recording is fake. Even though I put the number right there for you to call, y'all still not going to call it because y'all know it's the truth. I don't give you half truth. I give you the full. So let me go to Chaos Ring and then we'll move around and I'll wrap up. Go ahead, Chaos.
Queen, did you get the email from your other account? Not the main one, but like, you know what, the mental health? I did send the email. Will you get a chance to look at it?
Okay.
Okay. What, are you about to say something? Go ahead.
No, I said, was that what you was gonna say?
Okay. Cool. You know, is she still in the country? This Somalian brick face chick?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay. I thought usually when some people was scamming, take a large lump sum money, they bounce.
Well, no, but she didn't take the money yet. No. The GoFundMe is under investigation. Okay. So they haven't given her the money yet. Today, when I got off the phone with the police, I did send that to Joe from GoFundMe, and I sent him the phone number and the name of the lady I spoke to so that he can confirm it too. And that way they can refund everybody their money. That's the goal.
Oh, wow. Damn. Sweetie, man. Sweetie, you know, I have come to the conclusion there's a reason why they will not allow you to grow. It's because if you're able to have this power with such small and very limited resource, imagine what will happen if you have much stronger crowd. Now, there's no way a lot of these women are gonna make money out in the digital circuit now. They're gonna have to really concoct some very sinister to get away with all these schemings they're doing now. You know. So,
very true.
And they better pray that you don't give this up. The only thing I tell you this personally, I think they're hoping because they watch your content now. Hate watch, they're hoping that you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna quit this so they can continue to run freely. Because let's be honest, a lot of us we're not gonna invest the time to look what these chicks doing and post things if we wanted to. It's only gonna take another woman to hold other women accountable moving forward, man. Because we could say as much as we want as fellas, but it's not gonna resonate to a lot of them. So it's only gonna take a few very willing and dedicated women to really do the necessary. But that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
Please check the email. All right, go ahead.
I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I did say that, you know, even if I stop holding people accountable in groups, if you guys see something online, I won't stop doing that. That I won't stop. So even if I stop the group stuff and I focus on something different, when it comes to people using, you know, TikTok to get money out of people, I will still do that for you guys. So that won't stop. Okay. So I want to move on to, let me see who else is in here. Big J. Big J, you're on, hun. Big J going once.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I'm sorry, I was talking and I was on mute.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you have the link to the due to the police report, or yeah, link to that by any chance?
I called them. So there's a phone number. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see the phone number. They didn't send me a link to the report. They cannot post the report because there's no details. So in order for a report to be made public to us, it would have to have details. That completes a report. Her report right now is called incomplete because the report doesn't have any description of the assailant, where it happened. It's just her saying that she was assaulted and she remembers no details after that. So they cannot make that readily available to you guys because it's not a complete report. They're going to archive it until Rhoda comes back and adds more information to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So yeah, you can call the same phone number and verify that there is no investigation. She said that the cops are doing nothing in regard to the brick because they did not get enough information from Rhoda Osmond.
And on that, it didn't say anything about no witnesses' names, nothing on there.
Exactly. And this is why the cop was laughing. She said, what do you want us to do? We can't go out and look for nobody. You have to give us the information. She gave us no information. If you listen to the full phone call on my YouTube, it's up there from start to bottom. She ends it with saying, what she did was she finessed the cops like she finessed us. That's what she said at the end. She said, because when the cop asked her, like, what do you want us to do? You're not giving us no information. She said that on the call. I just gave you guys snippets to bring you to my YouTube. So if you listen to the full 8 minutes, the woman clearly says there's nothing they can do. They don't have no information. There's nothing here. Ha 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 ha. That's how that call went.
But you know, let's say, let me sound like this. I think what needs to happen to stop all this Jussie Smollett type cases like this. This is another Jussie Smollett type of thing. I think the people need to reach out to the Federal Trade Commission and the Exchange Commission, the Federal Exchange Commission, and report these people for being frauds. If this is true, if what she's doing is true, y'all need to report that crap. Because like it needs to, all this foolishness we see on social media, it needs to stop. You need to put to an end. But thank you for having me on, and I'm gonna get out of here. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you for being on. I appreciate you.
Right.
Now, KB, did you want to say anything else, hon?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you for too long. The only thing I really wanted to say was, just going back to what you were saying earlier, that, we hearing a lot of sisters saying that, black men don't protect black women. The same narrative that we've been hearing since Megan Thee Stallion. My biggest thing was that we had a whole video where we had proof where a brother was trying to go confront another brother in a car. I want to say he was assaulting his girlfriend in the car. And the brother went up there, tried to go confront the other brother. The other brother pulled out a gun and shot him and killed him. And I'm just saying, this is one of the big reasons why a lot of brothers tell other brothers, just mind your business and don't even jump into that stuff. Just because, you're putting your life on the line just for women to then go back on the internet and pretty much bash men. I mean, she made a whole video saying, hey, it's Pride Month. Y'all, I want to be kissing another black woman and this and that and the third. But at the same time, you're saying that, hey, you need protection from black men. And you're saying you don't, but yet you're saying men don't protect innately. But at the same time, who do you look for when you need some help? So, that's my biggest thing, man. It's just a lot of, hypocrisy going on in the black culture and the black community. And, a lot of people don't want to call that shit out, man.
But she does need help. She needs another woman to go engage in carpet munching to save her from her ill wills. You as a man is just a bonus. There's hope that you'll play Super Saber Hug. Here I am to save the day. And a lot of black men said, nah, you're good.
I mean, and the funny thing about it is when they did post it, when that video first broke, you have I want to say the brother name was You Can This. I believe that's his Instagram name. He's a pretty big YouTuber, or not YouTuber, but Instagrammer. He's sitting over here saying, protect all black women, not just your black women, but all black women. But when it broke out literally the following day that this stuff could be a little shady, didn't hear from him. I have not heard from him. And a lot of sisters, man, once again, they can sit up here, and they will defend other sisters as a whole. But when you have situations like this, or situations like Carly Russell, not Carly Russell, but when you have situations like this where you have a black woman making a ploy. Her ploy was to sit over here and bring attention to black men and say, hey, let's go ahead and jump this. Let's go ahead and restart this. Black man, ain't ish train. Black men do not protect black women train. Because the second it happened, I mean, like you said, you have about 300 pictures of black women pretty much saying black men ain't this, black men ain't that. But like I said, at the same time, they're pushing black men don't protect black women. So, like I said, man, it's just sad, man. And I just feel like the black community is just very hypocritical, because you would just think they would have learned their lesson. We would have learned our lesson after the Carly Russell situation. But, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
So,
black women.
wait, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Everybody.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to let y'all know they just kicked me out of the studio. I don't know if you guys noticed I was gone. For some reason, they kicked me out and I had to come back in. So if anybody was wondering what happened, I don't know how I got kicked out, but clearly someone wants me to shut up. So who was next?
Are you using Elgato?
Who?
Elgato.
No, StreamYard.
All right, yeah, because sometimes that happens.
No, StreamYard. It seems like this happened on Brick by Brick. All my other shows, I never got kicked out. The only shows I got kicked out on is this one and Brick by Brick. So you tell me what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was thinking maybe you had Elgato.
Nope, I ain't got no Elgato. I use StreamYard. This is the same thing I've been using for over a year and a half. And I got kicked out and had to come back in. I was just going to end it. So I'm glad that you guys didn't leave. Who's next to talk?
So this is Explorer. So a medical note can be manipulated. Like, even if you don't manipulate it, you can manipulate the doctor into writing what you want to write. I mean, you have short-term disability fraud and disability fraud every day. So that really don't mean nothing. Second, like, the narrative of black women don't get protected. They forget about the Black Panthers, the Black Angels, the subgroups behind them protecting women and children, educate women and children. So that's a lie. Thirdly, like, even some of the men in the manosphere space and the black pill, whatever they call it, I'm showing them your stuff and they're like, well, she just talking trash. She just this. I'm like, are you crazy? So not even black women don't believe us. Black men don't believe us. So it's like, it's all we can do is just do the best we can in life and level up as best we can. It's crazy out here.
Well, you know what? Like, one thing that I said to people today over the past week that I've been, dropping all these receipts, they don't have to believe it because it's me, but you will believe these facts. And those are things that I can't change. I want you guys to know that in certain states, they move differently. Like in the state of Illinois, you cannot call the police and say, I was just attacked. Well, what does he look like? I don't know. What color is he? Black? Okay, if you know the race, what does he look like? I don't know. What color was the brick? I don't know. So at the end of the day, that won't fly here in Illinois. That won't fly because you just called us out here for nobody. That's basically what it is. So what Rhoda did was she brought herself down to the police station so she wasn't wasting their time coming out to her. See, all that is a cost. So if they would have had to come out to her and she told them, yeah, I called you guys because somebody hit me with a brick. I just know he was black and that's all I know. That's a waste of the cops' time. But when you go to them, they haven't wasted any gas, any time. You're just telling them I was assaulted and I don't remember what he looked like. I don't remember any physical features. I just know a black man hit me with a brick. If you know what color the man was, then you got to know what he looks like, Rhoda. Your eyes work fine. You're an educated person, right? You have a completed master's degree. We know you went that high and you're almost done with your PhD. I thought she was done. She isn't. In 2020, she said, I'm a PhD student with 6-figure debt. We in 2023. Damn, how long is it going to take you to get your degrees, lady? So all I'm saying is somebody with her knowledge, you would think that she would have been smarter with this whole story, but she wasn't. She was all over TikTok. It seems like she liked TikTok better than Instagram. She was all over TikTok. I want to remind you guys that she posted 9 videos before TikTok banned her. And mind you, they took her whole account. Y'all, I've had so many violations and I'm still standing. Come on. And they're getting me for bullying and harassment. And I'm still standing. And yet she posts 9 videos talking about how she's a victim. And TikTok said, that's it. Let that sink in, y'all. Look who they banned. And then those women blame black women. those black women blame black men. Black men are not the reason why her page got shut down. TikTok did that on their own account. It's no different than them reporting me and TikTok taking me down. So what I'm saying is they blame black men for her losing her page, and that wasn't even the narrative. My thing is, we live in a world where we don't want to wait and verify. We want to ride this train of hate men. And that's why a lot of you women are single. And truth be told,
Black men especially.
Black men especially, because you don't see these white parents saying, I don't like Brad. Fuck Tom. Fuck Tom and Timothy. Fuck those white men. We don't need them. You don't hear Mexicans. Fuck Jesus and fuck Eduardo. You don't hear them. It's us. It's us. We do that. When Tory Lanez got sentenced to 10 years, those women were, hey, a twerk party. Hey. When Kevin Samuels died, hey, yes, bitch. You didn't see no Karens doing that. So again, we are our worst enemy. We do that. Why?
So what's the difference between back in the day when a white woman lied on a black man and got him killed versus what they're doing today?
Oh, you hitting them too hard today. That's too much right there. I might get strikes for you saying that.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, no, I'm being funny. They wanted Caroline Bryant to die. They didn't want her to die of cancer or of an ailment. They wanted her to die a long time ago when she lied on Emmett Till. They only believed her story. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And then when she was about to die before, and she said, oh, I lied on her deathbed, then God was like, let me let you live a little bit longer so they know that you lied and you have to live with that lie. So what I'm saying is they only believed her story. And then when the truth came out that she lied on him, these black women were like, hang her, kill her, arrest her. I don't care how old she is. Let her spend her last days in lockup, right? But y'all don't want that to happen for Rhoda? Rhoda could have had somebody get killed like Emmett Till as well. What if she blamed the man in the suit and there was a man in the suit and they killed him? And it turns out that man in the suit had nothing to do with it. You women will feel bad, right? But you would say, well, I don't feel too bad because men are dangerous. That's how you women talk. I'm not going to go outside. I can't even go to the grocery store. Some of y'all women need to stop playing. I've seen y'all profiles. You could take your ass to the store. You could even go to the hood and they ain't going to fuck with you. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all got to stop thinking that y'all like top tier because you're not. Let's not do that. I can't even go to the mailbox. Yes, you can, bitch. You can go to the mailbox. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Some of y'all don't even live in dangerous parts at all. Don't know shit about that. Even when I lived in Inglewood, I went to the mailbox and didn't have a problem. What I'm saying is a lot of you women, you create problems that are not there. That's how you guys thrive off of lies. And then they start to believe this lie that it becomes real to them. And it's not real. Rhoda started believing her own lie that she went back and made another video with well, you couldn't see her. It was just all black. And she said, you go out. And then she had this black man report that and say, y'all believe her now? Because y'all don't believe black women. Even men were riding the train because they thought they was going to get some pussy out of it. And now these men look stupid. There's a TikToker named Conscious Something. His bitch ass was all over the story. And you men and women should be ashamed. Especially you men. This woman here is crying for help from us, fellas. Sit your conscious ass down before you be unconscious. Saying dumb shit like that to men and they know the shit didn't happen. And you over here dragging these men, and now what you gonna do? I guarantee you he still won't apologize because he's on the pussy train. Even men were believing her. I believe you, baby. I believe you. If no one else does, I do, queen. Queen?
Swear to God.
Queen? Queen? She ain't gonna give you no pussy. This woman ain't gonna give it up to you. I don't know. I don't understand how you men thought that this woman was just gonna say, you know what? Thank you, baby. What's your address so I can give up this pussy for you hanging out? No, this was all a money grab. Then she said, thank you to all the women. And you know, when she said bully, she was talking about me because I've been on her the hardest. I've been posting every day. I said, fuck these text receipts. Fuck all this good stuff that I can post. I want to go for her. I wanted to make sure people knew that I wasn't going to let this woman slide. That's all, fellas. I care about black men. I was raised by a black man when my mother died. And my mom would tell me to keep holding them accountable. My mom taught me to be accountable. That's why if I didn't change my attitude, I would have been dead. Because my mouth was just way far gone for a woman. And my dad never taught me to speak like that to people. I just thought it was cute. Calling a man a bitch. Basketball was something that I loved to do. And I was a good-looking woman at the same time. So when men would call me a man, I was like, okay, yeah, okay. I didn't understand that they weren't talking about my looks. They were talking about how I acted like a man. They love my game, but they was like, you ain't got to be loud. Just let your game speak. Oh, Kobe Bryant's your favorite player? You don't see him calling people bitches. Just play. Your game is going to speak. And when I learned how to watch my mouth and to play, everybody wanted me on their team. Not only that, I became the first African-American woman in Arizona to coach the Phoenix Suns night hoops. The Phoenix Suns paid for this big organization for men who are between 18 and 28 years old, who didn't get to go to college because of something that happened in their life. So Phoenix Suns night hoops allowed them to play and be scouted. Amari Stoudemire came in. Stephon Marbury came in. We got a lot of players that would come in and watch. And me personally, I sent many men to college because I coached them. And most of them, they were older than me. I was very young. And I coached the Phoenix Suns night hoops for 7 years. And I got 3 trophies. I was the first female to win a trophy with my team. All men. All those men that I coached, I played with them. I knew their game. And I got the respect. Everybody called me Coach Knight because I was a bad coach in a good way. I knew my game. I never fucked anybody I coached or played with. That wasn't my style. I was very private. Everybody wanted a piece of me, but nobody could have me. And that's why my husband got me. He did his research on me. He's like, ain't no way she ain't fucking half of her team. The guys that I coached were very attractive. It just wasn't my lane. I didn't see them like that. I was there to coach, not fuck. There was a difference. Everybody wanted me. And the hoes that came to watch these men play, oh, they hated me. They hated me because they knew that those men didn't want them. They were too easy. They wanted arithmetic. They wanted me. I was harder to get to. And they still didn't get me. So when my husband came and read my resume and they said, yo, if you get her, you're going to Hall of Fame. He got me. So what I'm telling y'all is, look, I've been there. I didn't have to shake my ass to get respect. I didn't have a problem with telling men I ain't about that. I'm here to coach you, not fuck you. I don't see you like that. If that's what you own, I don't want you on my team. I wanted a team that was going to play ball, and that was it. And they was, oh, do you want me to walk you to your car? No, I know how to walk. I got 2 legs. I see y'all at the gym on the weekend. I knew all the game. My dad taught me the game. Walk me to my car. Want to walk you to your car? Shit. That's how I was. But they all respected me. And let me tell you this little story before I wrap up. There was a black man that I was coaching. And he had brought his aunt, his mom, his family up there to watch him play at one of our games. And he said, Coach, I need you to hold something for me. I said, what? It better not be no gun. Because, I wasn't holding nobody gun. You ain't going to have my prints on nothing. This is Arizona. He said, no, I want you to hold this $5,000. I said, what? You want me to hold $5,000? He said, yeah. I said, man, you brought your whole family. Go have them hold it. He said, I don't trust them. I trust you. Man, I almost shed a tear. Because that's hard for a man, a black man at that, to trust somebody with their money. Money is what you don't play with. He said, I trust you. I said, wow. I said, yeah, I'll hold your money. I held his $5,000. When the game was over, he went into the locker room and all that, and I waited patiently. And I said, here's your money. Go ahead and count it. He said, I don't need to count it. I trust you, Coach. Man, I remember I cried that day because getting trust from a man, that's big. That's big. He got all his money. He trusted me. He didn't trust his own mama. You didn't trust your aunt, but you trusted Coach Daphne. Yeah, that's crazy. That's great. So what I'm saying, ladies, is if you treat a man right and you respect him, you'll get that right back tenfold. But a lot of women don't want to wait for a man to treat them to the fruits of the world and to live a good life. They want it now and instantly without the work. And it doesn't work like that. You don't get a paycheck unless you put in 2 weeks of work. Some people got to put in a month. They get at the end of the month. But you're not going to get a paycheck for sitting there. You got to work for it. So why not work for a man that you're interested in if he don't trust you? You got to earn that. You got to earn it. Ladies, we got to do better. And a lot of you will never do better because you love the bitter train that these women ride where they hate men. Y'all love that train. It's a train that you guys want to stay on and you never want to get off. But there are some women that are on that hate train and they're getting off at every stop because they know that something ain't adding up. Well, you women, y'all in your 40s, and y'all still ain't got no man. I don't think I want to live that life. Let me get off on the next stop. A lot of you women are getting off at the stops, and I appreciate those women. But remember, every train is going to come to a stop. Eventually, after it's passed all those stops, every stop it passes, that's a good man that you're walking away from. Then when you get to the end and there's nobody there, what you going to do, ladies? Get right back on that bitch and start the hate train all over again. And that's going to be their life until it's over. That's the way it's going to be. But then there's those good women that say, you know what? I think I'm going to go the other direction because I know that all men can't be like this, man. No way. But you women will paint a picture like all men are evil. And I'm telling y'all, that's not the truth. Was I in a relationship with an evil man? I was. But I didn't know that that man had been abused all his life. Had I known, I wouldn't have gotten that relationship. I know what abuse is. My dad never abused us like that at all. We got our asses whooped when we were bad, of course. But whooping our ass is what allowed him to not have no grandbabies. Y'all feel what I'm saying here? My dad told me, men are going to call you beautiful. And you play basketball, most women that play basketball where I'm from, they look like bull daggers. They look like men. I wasn't into women like that. I had women that was very attracted to me on the team. Couldn't wait for us to do shower time. I wasn't a part of that clique. I shower at home. Well, Daphne, you're going to be funky. Okay, I'll be one funky ass person until I get home. Y'all not going to see my body parts. I knew they wanted me. That wasn't me. I love boys and men. I wasn't about to do that. Oh, no. There's nothing y'all want. We both bleeding together. Oh, no. I'm good. I stayed strong with who I was. My dad did a very good job raising us. I'm not saying my mother wouldn't have done that. My mom didn't play either. She played football, basketball. My mom was tough. My mom played pregnant, and she was school guys. So I know where I got my game from. Y'all feel me? So what I'm saying is I learned a lot growing up, how to be respectful, but also how to call out game. I'm just thankful that a black man named Charles told me I needed to watch my mouth because it was really bad. I'm like, I brushed my teeth. I look good. What you talking? He said, no, you're not listening to me, Daphne. He said, when you open your mouth, they don't see an innocent woman. They see another man. Your mouth is bad. He said, and if I didn't love you as a person, I wouldn't tell you this. He said, I'm old school. And all I can tell you is that you won't have a future, baby girl, if you keep talking to these men like that. It's one thing to cross them up and make them fall. They're already kissing the pavement. And you're telling them to get your bitch ass up. I was like, well, yeah, that do sound bad. Okay, maybe I didn't have to. You're right. And he said, and you're looking down at them? He said, you know where I'm from? They'll pull a pocket knife out of their pants and slit your throat, baby. When he said that, okay, my whole life changed. I said, well, I don't want to die. You know, I didn't know this Arizona. I didn't think they were killers. Real killers out there. I'm telling y'all. He said, listen, if you don't listen to no one else. He said, I know your dad didn't raise you like this, and I know he'd be mad if he heard you were talking like this to these men. He said, soften up, baby. Soften up. He said, you're beautiful. You come out here, you hoop. You're not up here trying to get attention and have sex with these men. You're diving for basketballs and we outside. He said, you ain't supposed to do that outside. You do that in the gym. He said, so I know you a true hooper. He said, but your game is good without the mouth. I said, okay, let me try it his way. So when I would cross a man up and make him fall, people would anticipate me saying the B word. I didn't. I even helped him up. You good? Wow. Where is this coming from? But it took a man for me to change. All the women I balled against or balled with, they never told me, Queen, you're crazy. They loved it. So that just tells you a lot about the women back then too. They didn't hold me accountable for my mouth. They thought it was cute. Girl, I like how you be calling these men bitch. Go ahead, Daph. You know what? That wasn't good. They didn't say, hey, sis, you could die anytime. So it just tells you a lot. A black man saved my life. Then I told my dad how bad I was. He was like, whoa. So when they was telling me about the way you ball, when your brother was telling me how guys don't want to play with you, he was telling the truth. I'm like, yeah, Dad. He said, I didn't raise you like that. Your mom will be upset. I don't want to bury my baby. When he said that, it hit home for me that I needed to watch my mouth. So again, ladies, a lot of y'all can change the narrative. Easy. And I know after today, me breaking the news that Rhoda lied, a lot of you women are still going to believe Rhoda. Well, I don't believe her until Rhoda comes out. That's going to be the next thing. They're going to wait for her to post a video. Well, it's going to take a little bit. She might not do a video anytime soon. She has to keep this victim role up. She's waiting to see if she gets that 42,000. That's what she's waiting on. The whole point of that report was to get that money from GoFundMe, y'all. Because if anything, if we're sending them all information and they see a police report, they're going to believe her report. They're going to say, well, you can't file a report and lie. But in the city of Houston, you can file a police report with no details. I even confirmed that on the call. I said, so you're telling me that I can file a report right now and tell you I was assaulted, but not who did it, and you will take the report? She said, yes, ma'am. I said, what? Y'all do that? She said, yes. So I want y'all to know that Rhoda was very smart when it came to not giving no detail. Because if she makes these cops actually use resources and it turns out there's no guy, then she can go to jail. But giving them nothing is not going to make them work because there's nothing to look for. Do y'all get what I'm saying here tonight?
Can I ask you an important question?
Yeah.
So that means all other states apply to the same rule that you could just file any report without giving any detail, or is it only very small states?
That's there. I'm in Chicago. If I was to say I was assaulted by a Figment and I think he was black, here's the thing. If you tell him that he's black, she didn't even tell him that, y'all. She told TikTok he was black. And there was a bunch of black men that watched it happen. She didn't even tell them that the man was black, y'all. I can't make this up. She said there's nothing there. She said there is nothing there. Because if you tell them that he's black, that means you saw him. Okay, so what did he look like? You can't tell an officer he was a black man, but not tell him what the black man looked like. It don't go together. You can say, well, yeah, I got hit with a car, but I don't know what type of car it was. Was it small? Was it big? Yes, you do. You might not know the actual name and make and model, but you know the color. You know the color. It was a red car. Was it small? I don't know. Was it big? I don't know. So then how do you know? It makes no sense.
Daphne, can I give you a compliment real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm not in the courts right now, but there was a time where I was in a courtroom 5 days a week, every week. I was there, right? So from the beginning, I knew she was telling some bullshit. She was selling some wolf tickets. I wasn't buying that, right? But you have a certain way about yourself, like where, man, like my homies and everything, like if I could have them, like if they're on their quest to like fall in love, I want them to find somebody who like follows you. You know what I'm saying? And like I got you on Facebook and I'll be trying to tag you on certain shit, but I know you're busy. You won't be able to see everything, but I'll be trying to tag you on certain things. But like this case right here, like this is Devin. This is the same person I was talking to you before. Like it bothers me because like we get that that label that black men do not protect black women, but then we do, and then we face hell. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I mean? Because I was telling my dad like, damn, like I'm facing 46 years. You know what I mean, so like I probably won't see you again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that should be real. So like, man,
I know you
I'm
heard.
about to cry. Think about this
It's
shit.
okay. It's okay to cry. This is a no judgment zone. I hear it in your voice. You got that lump in your throat. Swallow that lump and let it out. That's how you grow. That's how you thrive. Men, you're not a bitch for crying. You're human. You know how long it took my husband to cry? I had to fucking pinch him. Like, cry, let that out. When he lost one of his best friends, he did one of those Tyrese Gibson cries in Baby Boy when one tear came out. I said, that ain't gonna work for me. I need you to cry. You know, when my dad had to tell me that my mother died, he was the first man I ever seen cry like a baby. My dad was the first man I ever seen cry when he had to deliver the news that he just saw my mother's body. Took him about 30 minutes to get home, and the hospital was only like 10 minutes away. That's how I knew something was up. When my dad cried, he cried. If he would have held that in, he wouldn't have survived to raise us. He cried. I didn't cry, but he did. I held that in, and that's why I was messed up over the years. But yeah, it's okay to cry, man. 46 years ain't no walk in the park. It's not.
Yeah, no doubt. And
so
then, like,
y'all see what this man went through defending somebody else? 46 years is what he was facing, and the woman didn't even stand trial that he defended. So did y'all see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like right before that, because like I'm telling you, you could just look my name up and everything. Devin Winters. Before that, I was on death row. I was on death row for 15 years. I
You was
mean,
on
for
death
like,
row
yeah, I was on death row.
for
Yeah, I got
15
exonerated.
years. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but bro, don't tell all your business like that. I think me and you should talk outside of this. Your story should be on a separate show. Maybe I can do a show on what you went through so you can then speak about it. I don't want to mix that with me going in on Rhoda. So I
got
need you to
you,
hold on to that. What you're saying, I know what you're about to say, but not on here, not on this show. I want to do
got
a
you.
show with you, okay? Because you're not the only one. There's a few guys
All
that reached out to me that said they almost did serious time. And I think you should be the highlight of the show to open the door for them to speak. So I need you to reach out to me through my email. If you follow me on Instagram, you know my email, right?
I follow you on every platform.
Okay, I need you to send me an Instagram message today so I can find it. Have I responded to your message at all?
No,
Okay, it's probably in my spam. I'll go look at it. I want you to know that I get many messages from people, and I don't have time to go through all my spam. So I need you to send me a message and I'll find it. And I want to create a show because your story needs to be told, man. It does, okay? So hang in there. Hang in there. And if you need life coaching, we'll talk about that too, okay?
all right, bet.
Okay. Did you have anything else to say about Rhoda?
No, like man,
It's like a trigger for
I
you.
just like for real. Like she said, she is hit with a brick. Man, I got some women right now that I like. Yo, hit her with a brick real quick, and the skin is going to break. You know what I'm saying, like you ain't get hit with a brick and your skin didn't break. It's never happened. It's never happened.
Well,
No one.
my husband got hit with a brick by one of his good friends when he was young. They
Uh,
got into it. He picked up a brick and hit my husband on the side of the face, and my husband needed like 13 stitches. So my husband said that brought back memories. He still has a
right.
dent. He still has a dent on his head, and I touch it every time because it's like noticeable. And
Eh,
that's where the brick did that. So him hitting her with a brick like that, and she's not bleeding profusely. She had some blood in her ear. If that is real blood, we don't know. But she had some blood in her ear. I'm not going to negate that. She did have it. But most people that said they've been hit with a brick said that that's not the outcome.
yeah. I got hit with a brick a couple years back, and so I turned around, still trying to fight, dude. But this man hit me with a brick, and then everybody told me like, "Yo, you was trying to fight, but you just went out." Like, yeah, because I just melted. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened. Like you get hit with a brick and you go live. You know what I mean? Like
No.
she went live. She went live on TikTok and shit. Like what?
And if anybody followed her TikToks, she was posting a lot of them on her story on TikTok. TikTok has it just like Instagram where it'll stay visible for 24 hours. One of her videos out of those 9 long videos, one of them, she said she had a concussion. That's what they said she had.
Mm-hmm.
But on that paperwork, nowhere on there did it say she had a concussion. So if anybody ever played sports or ever got hit to the point where they had a concussion, they put you on what's called a concussion protocol because many things can happen in the first 24 hours after a concussion. Your brain can swell up, things happen. What they wouldn't
Right.
discharge you 5 or 6 hours later with a concussion. So again, a lot of her story, it did not add up. And I'm hoping that somebody in the medical field did not release any personal information when she was at the hospital because that is HIPAA and you will lose your job and she'll be able to sue you. So I'm hoping that none of these people that are saying they got the word from a nurse, oh yeah, she was in and out because she had an allergic reaction, we injected saline. For her to put herself like that on the line and to possibly lose her credential, it takes a lot to go through nursing school as well. And it's not smart for you to risk your job because you want to drop some tea. Let me do that. But one thing I wouldn't do is say I got it from a nurse because now they're going to question all the nurses and see where it came from. So what I'm saying is we can't put people in the fire because they gave us some tea. You got to protect them. They told you the truth. You could have held on to it and waited for that to come out so the nurse didn't look guilty. So again, we have to be careful what we do and how we move. See, all I'm saying, guys, is I hate having to expose my own race. But lately, it's been my own race. I don't really run into a lot of white women doing what black women are doing. It disgusts me. Yes, I got a couple of Karens fired, especially when Kevin Samuels died. I got a couple of Karens fired for racism. I got some women that were in the healthcare field fired too for saying that they would mess with IVs of black people. So I did get some Karens fired. But I would say out of like the 70 women that I've probably got fired over the last 2 years, I would say maybe only 3 were white. The rest were black as fuck. That's embarrassing. And what
That
hurts me the most is when my own family doesn't support what I do. You know, I told you guys I have 2 sisters, 2 older sisters. They don't like what I do. They said that I'm embarrassing Black women because people that know us, that grew up with us, they think what I'm doing is bad. But if you were my true blood sisters, you would tell those people, fuck you. My sister's doing a justice. And I told my sisters, y'all not even baby mamas. So why the fuck do y'all care what I do? Why do y'all care? I had to hold my own sisters accountable. And if that means me not talking to them, I won't talk to them. That's how it is. That's how life goes. Everybody's not going to support when you're holding someone accountable because they want people to love them. And they want people to say, oh yeah, we're all good and everything's great. I can't do that, y'all. I can't be that person that's going to entertain a lie because it sounds so good. I can't do that. So if it means cutting off my own family, I will do that shit 10 times over because that means we weren't really family. I don't care if I grew up with y'all in the same house. I was raised to do right, not to ride the train of hating men. You feel me? At the end of the day, when my husband tells me to wrap it up, that's when I'll wrap it up. He tells me what I need to do. I don't care about what anybody else is saying. My husband comes before my entire family. That's how it works. Anybody that gets married, your spouse comes before your family. That's how it goes. So if my family told me to stop and my husband said, keep going, motherfuckers, I'm going to keep going. Well, we won't talk to you. Have a great day. Going home to husband. That's the life I live, y'all. Like I said, there's no perfection over here. If I got to cut family off, I will. I had to block some cousins. I had to block people I went to school with that's known me for over 25 years. I don't give a fuck. I will block you in an instant. If you want to support bad stuff, you was never my friend. Because I held people accountable in school too. I'm not different when it comes to that. I got older. I moved differently. I'm more wiser. But I will still hold your ass accountable. You feel me? I don't care if you've known me through high school. I had a high school friend tell me, I saw you. I saw your post shared by somebody. Don't you think you're doing too much, Daphne? You're married. Just because I'm married, it doesn't mean I'm not human. They think because I'm married that I shouldn't have time to do this. Like, who are y'all to direct my time? We get 24 hours in a day. When you work for yourself, you can't tell me what to fucking do with my time. I know a lot of y'all clock in. I know how it is to be watched by the man, but I don't do that. I get to pick my own time. So don't tell me what to do with my time. I'm going to do what I do. And if it means holding women accountable, I would do that. And to anybody that went to school with me in high school, I didn't listen to you then. I won't listen to you now. You're not my husband. Dick runs this house, not pussy. Dick. So when my husband tells me, babe, look, I think you should hang it up. Let's focus on this. That's when I will hang it up. My husband told me, keep doing what you do. I support you. And if any men get out of line, you send them my way. That's the way it works. But men don't really come for me. And the only time a man does come for me is if his girlfriend or wife tells him to. And now you just put this man in the line of fire. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this, women get so mad that you want to threaten my life. That's an illness. Let me help you with that, ladies. But what I'm not going to do is let women lie. That lie, every time I go back and listen to the video of Rhoda telling her story, you hear more lies. And it makes you more mad because she's no different than Carly. Carly stayed out of the limelight. Rhoda stayed in the limelight, but they both lied. See what I'm saying? One didn't want to be seen, even after we exposed her. The other one, she was all over TikTok. So you just had a concussion and you are wise enough to speak clearly like that? You're saying all these men behind you watched you get hit. So like I'm saying, guys, if you look at her story from start to finish, you'll see a lot of holes. That's why I'm hoping that you women use your brain next time. Please don't believe these TikTok stories. Oh my goodness, it rained in my apartment, got rained in, and now I can't pay my rent. They should be going to their state first for help. Anybody that's in their local state, there's assistance, rental, utility. Go there first before you go to TikTok because I will verify your story. One woman said that she was about to get evicted, but in her state, they were offering 3 months of free rent. That's how much grant money they had. Well, why aren't you going this way? Well, they wanted me to verify. Verify. Bingo. The big V word, verify. Because you're lying. If you really need help, you would have no problem with giving documents up. The state is different. If you go to the state for utility or rental, they're going to ask you for 50 things. I'm only asking you for 2. You feel me? So what I'm saying, guys, is it's a sad day for these hyenas because now their leader has been put on blast. And I want you to know, there's no need to tag me in any video of a woman saying that she still supports Rhoda. I already know that's going to happen. That's a waste of my time. I can't stop a woman from using her brain. If she wants to get views off of saying, I still believe this beautiful queen. How dare the accountability queen lie like this and make up a fake voice recording and put a real number in front of it? How dare her? You're going to get a lot of that, guys. I promise you. But watch how Rhoda moves. Rhoda is going to become verified. She's going to profit off of this. She might even tell you that Daphne's lying. I did give them a description. They're never supposed to tell you whether I did the report or not. She's going to try to make it seem so good that what I said was a lie. And if she does that, say, Rhoda, show us the full report number then. If you really did put a description on that report, show us the number. Because once she shows you that number, you can call that 713 number and they will verify what's on that report. That's all you need is the incident. Yeah.
Look, we follow that 42,000 we see on GoFundMe, but nobody has a number on the Cash App, the Venmo, the PayPal, right?
Oh, you are right.
Look,
I couldn't do that.
So look, peep game, right? So when you download TikTok, if you go into terms of services, right? They say that if you use that platform to try to profit, they will ban your account. That's why she got banned. She had the Cash App up first.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, she had the Cash App up first. And then as soon as that happened, whatever, like she started adding her Venmo, her PayPal, all of that, and her Zelle. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember that. You're right. I took a picture.
That's why they banned their account. You know what I'm saying? It was right there. You know
okay, I'm glad you said that. I didn't know. I didn't know.
It's in their terms and agreements. Like if you delete it, well, yeah, because you still got your account. If you delete the app and then you re-download it and read that, it's gonna say it. It's gonna say it right there.
So now that we know that, I know that she had the Cash App, but you know what? It does make me think. I forgot. When she was writing this trail of lying, I did see her Venmo and Cash App and all that out there. So we don't even know what donations that she got through those angles. That's probably what kept her afloat. That's probably what's keeping her. Y'all, I forgot all about that. She did have all that stuff.
And then her girl Kiera, right? You know Kiera?
I don't think Kiera's real, but go ahead.
Talk to her. No, that's a real person. Yeah. Kiera was saying she made like 150,000, and that was before I heard anything about 42,000. So her Cash App was hitting.
So, but do you see how easy that is?
Kiera Harris.
Okay, so her real name is Kiera Harris, not Davis.
Yeah, it's Harris. So you go on her page and you type in Harris, and you know the three dots at the top of somebody's Facebook page.
I know all that. So let me ask you this: you said Kiera came out and said this?
Yeah.
Okay, so then why didn't Kiera call GoFundMe and tell him that she made that up for her friend to lie? She could have had the GoFundMe shut down a long time ago.
No, because Kiera didn't set it up. She said Rhoda set it up
and put Kiera's name.
Yeah.
And this is what I said.
You can go on Kiera's page. You'll see it.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I said either Rhoda put that name in there as an alias, or she had one of her friends that's going by a different name on Facebook to put it. So she put Davis instead of Harris. That's why I couldn't find her.
Yeah,
makes perfect sense.
She got a couple GoFundMe's up. I mean,
well, I knew the GoFundMe. I found the first one. I was the first one to break the 2021. That was me. I broke that on my Twitter, and then everybody took it. It was just a picture, and I didn't put my name on it. So I just put where it was and who put it there, and everybody found it and started posting it on their TikTok. I want to remind people I was the first one to break that second GoFundMe. Nobody was thinking about doing that. I did. So again, once I broke it as a post, everybody took it and made it into a video. That's what I didn't do. So again, timestamps don't lie. I broke all this information within the first day or two of the alleged attack. And then everybody started following the train and adding their spin. But if you guys see anybody using my voice and not tagging me, please let me know so I can get them striked. Because all I ask is that y'all give me my credit. I'm a slow moving page. People don't run to my page and follow me because they run to other pages to get what I'm already posting as the originator. They want to hear from someone else. So again,
No doubt.
like I said, I understand that this is going to be a long process for me to be noticed, but I do want to say my Instagram, it already hit 7,000 followers, and I've had it for less than 2 months. That right there makes me smile because y'all know I lost my second one at 22,000 subscribers in 11 months. And I was so happy I got there. My very first page I had 87,000 followers. I almost hit 100. So I've been losing a lot over the years. And people know me. I don't beg. I don't ask you guys, can you please donate to my Cash App? But I do tell people that the donations I get, I give them back to people because they need it more. They do. I love helping women. I help more women than men. Men have called me and say, no, I don't need no money or nothing. I just need prayer. I just need to tell you this and get your advice. But women, they tell me I need diapers. I'm running out of formula. Can you help me with this? And they genuinely need the help. They're showing me the proof. So again, I have to verify because anyone could be lying. But again, I want to shout out the people who did send me Cash Apps before I get off because a lot of y'all been going crazy with my Cash App now. And I'm like, damn, y'all gonna have me helping the whole world. James Anderson, thank you. Maurice, Nathan, Fawcett Media, Charles Watkins, Salty. Thank you guys so much for your Cash Apps. I do appreciate that. And I will use it in for people that need it. That's what I do. I don't pay rent like that. I have paid a couple people's rent, but that's nobody's business on how I did that. Some people might have only gotten a portion of the help and they needed the other portion and it wasn't that big. And I had it to give. Anyone that buys a shirt for me, those proceeds go back to people too. Mind you, when people buy a shirt for me, there's no tax, no shipping. You're paying one flat rate, either $30 or $35. Because when y'all buy these shirts online from these other people and it's $29.99, after taxes and shipping, you're paying like $50 for a t-shirt. So I include all of it. So you're only charging me you're only paying me one amount, $30 or $35. And when you see that your shipping is like $8, take that off of that money. That's how much you really spent. $22 on my shirt. Then you have to say, well, damn, does Daphne make any profit? Not a big profit, but that's okay. I'm slow moving. I want it to be affordable for people. So when people be saying, oh, your shirts are expensive, if I put it at $20 and I added tax and shipping, you'll be paying more. I'm only trying to save you a couple dollars. Somebody actually reached out to me and said, you sent me 3 shirts and you spent almost $20 on shipping. Like, what? I want to send that back. I said, no, because you paid for the shirts. That's what I do. I want to make it simple for people, not difficult. So at the end of the day, y'all, if I'm going to be slow moving, it is what it is. And even if I hang up catching people in groups, I'm still going to be that person that exposes you online. And I want it to be loud like your lies were. So if anybody doubts that she's telling, I think she's still telling the truth. You send them my YouTube channel, the whole phone call from it ringing to the lady picking up. I wanted them to hear it ringing too, so they knew I wasn't fraud. And I put the number big as day. If you call that number, it's going to say the same thing. So again, guys, Rhoda Osmond lied. Rhoda Brick Osmond, she lied. And I just want this to be a learning lesson to the next woman. Because right when I got Rhoda, Carlotta came out through. Anybody with an A at the end of their name, I'm nervous. I think A-R-E. And I'm not talking about my name, Daphne, because Carly had the E at the end. But anybody with Carlotta was the one that was an officer. This officer said that when she was in that lift, she felt like the man gave her laced gum. She didn't keep the gum. She said that there was a black van in front of her. They always say there's a van somewhere, right? The lies are all the same, just a different person telling it. And people were like, Daphne, I wouldn't get her. She used to be a detective. She used to be a cop. I don't give a fuck. I called the Chicago PD and the Sheriff's Department, and they said, we ain't heard nothing. I said, have you gotten any stories this year about Lyft drivers trying to abduct their... No.
Yo, did you go to, you went to law school or something?
I did not, but I do have 2 degrees. I have an associate's and a bachelor's in criminal justice. My first love, I wanted to do investigations. Y'all, I told y'all that story back in the day when I got my first degree. Y'all almost went to jail. They don't play. Chicago PD was out here investigating a crime. I had the kit. I had the kit where they dust your fingerprints. I had the markers where they put for evidence. y'all, and I had a jacket. I went out there and almost went to jail, y'all. They let me through and everything. Y'all, look, they don't play. I thought it was a game and my ass almost went to jail for playing around. But because I was a woman, I got out of it. See, I was doing pranks like that before they even started. It was a long time ago. They let me in. They lifted up the tape and everything, y'all. I wasn't going to go that far. But they lifted up the tape. They saw my kit and everything. And then they was like, wait, who are you? And I just stood there. I stood there and I said, okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm playing. Y'all, I almost went to jail. It ain't no joke. Like I said, I did want to be a criminal investigator. I wanted to investigate things. And the reason why I got into criminal justice is because when my mother was involved in her accident, you know, the guy that shot my mother, he murdered a few others, execution style. Bam, just like that. He thought my mother was dead because he saw where the bullet went into her neck. And as my mom laid there and heard him finishing off everybody else, he ran past her. Do y'all realize that he could have stopped to see if she was still breathing and he would have killed her and they would have never found this man, y'all? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? My mom lived long enough to testify. And even to this day, we're in 2023, we still haven't received justice for what he did. When my mom died, they added another murder charge to him. And now we have to see him in court every other month, talking about he's innocent.
Right.
So when I'm telling y'all, it's not, I didn't even get any justice yet for my mother's death. He took her from us. She didn't plan to die at 39. My mother was young, 39 years old. And a lot of y'all still have your mothers who you don't even hold accountable. A lot of y'all have your mothers that you hate. They get on your nerves. I would love to be mad at my mom for something and say, I love you, I'm sorry. I was a child when my mom died. So what I'm trying to teach you women is that a lot of you have your women and grandmothers. The next year after my mother died, my grandmother died on her birthday. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I was still young. I didn't even graduate high school yet. And I already went through 2 deaths. Then, shortly after my grandmother died, my uncle, he died. Suicide, drug overdose. He just lost his mother and sister. He gave up. And now I only have one uncle left. One uncle left on my mother's side, y'all. And that's the uncle. And I want to say thank you to everybody who donated to my uncle. He has muscular dystrophy. He has a sciatic nerve. He's sick. And he's not well. And he just told the judge, before I die, I want to see you lock that man up and keep him there. Charge him. Charge him for killing my sister and killing my mother, because my grandmother died right after my mom. She couldn't take it. His brother, my uncle's left. It doesn't feel good when you're on an island by yourself, when all your siblings is gone. So again, we all go through real stuff in our life. You feel me? And just because that black man did it, that didn't make me hate black men. That was just that black man. You feel me? So what I'm saying, you guys, is we're all going through something in our life. We are. We are going through something in our life. But what you cannot do is lie and profit off of a lie. It doesn't work that way. And if you're a mother raising a son or a daughter, what are you leaving for them? When her son gets older, he types in Rhoda Brick Osmond and he sees his mom lying. Do you know how that can affect a child? You women don't think about the legacy you're leaving. Are you going to leave them a 304 legacy? Are you going to leave them a lying motherfucker legacy? Are you going to leave them something that they can build and pass on to their kids? What legacy are you leaving?
Or don't forget a criminal legacy too. Are you leaving some form of criminality?
Right. So I'm going to do a round table and I'm going to wrap this up, y'all. I told y'all 1 hour. We at 3. Y'all keep doing this to me, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all tell me y'all like my long shows, but I don't. I want to do a show
we
one day
do.
where it's just like an hour.
Because you gonna keep doing it. You gonna keep doing long ones. we want that.
Okay, so I'm gonna do round table. Everybody gonna get a chance to speak. I want to do now, y'all. When we do this round table, please keep it less than a few minutes. I know some of y'all love to talk. I promise you I'll do more shows, but just keep it under 5 minutes if you can. I'm gonna start off with Explore and I'll work my way around. Go ahead, Explore.
No, I just want to say we got to dispel the myth that women are not protected. All throughout time, black men have protected women. It's been proven. You got political prisoners in jail because of that. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. And thank you so much for attending, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting me, supporting the channel. And I hope to see you on a future show. Okay?
All right.
Okay, next we have KB.
What's up, Dad? Hey, so I just want to just go ahead and just tell you, man, that I appreciate everything that you're doing. Man, I love this. I love everything that you're doing. I really appreciate it. You are, one of the big reasons why, I continue to do what I do. Like I said, man, just keep, putting on for us.
I will do. Thank you, KB. And again, and you said that you do have an Instagram, correct? KB?
Yes, I have an Instagram and a YouTube. Yes.
Okay. Drop your YouTube and Instagram in the comments so I can follow it, okay?
All right, I got you.
Okay, next, and we have Chaos. Go ahead, Chaos.
The kosher collision that has YouTube. He want to come and ask you a few questions. I think it's important.
Who?
Kosher collision.
Okay. You know what, Gail? He can get on, Gail. Let me put that in there.
Please translate for kosher only, because he's a very respectful brother.
Okay,
he's in the same field as you.
The link is there. Tell him to come on, because I need to wrap up. Husband just got home. I need some loving. I had a long day. Okay, so I just dropped that link. I just dropped the link for him. Tell him to get on right now, please. Okay, Chaos, were you gonna say something else?
Yeah. If your mother was still alive today, she'd be 6 years old, wouldn't she? At this time.
Hold on, Kosher. Can you mute yourself real quick, hon? Okay, what were you saying, Chaos?
No, I said if your mother was alive today, she'd be 6 years old. Wouldn't she be?
Yeah, man.
At this time?
Yeah.
If she's,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she would. Yeah, man.
And
I know
a Gen X and one on the last Gen Xers. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Chaos. Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna let Kosher talk.
No. He's gonna be last. Right. Go ahead, Devin.
Okay. No, go ahead. Move forward.
All right. Thanks. I pretty much lost what I was about to say. I sent you a message on Facebook Messenger, right? It should be the one that's sitting on top. I know you get a lot of them and everything. I sent you my number and everything. Like, we can collaborate. Like, I would love to. And if there's people out here who's dealing with situations that have them in a legal prevent, right? And they don't have no resources. They're dealing with, like, say, paralegals and public defenders. I do that, and I have a very, very good record. You know what I mean? Like, I beat murder cases. I'm good with this.
You the GOAT. You the GOAT when it comes to murder cases. That's why I said we can also connect. Like I said, I just brought 2 people onto my team where if I don't feel like doing all the logistics and looking deep into someone's profile, they'll do it for me for free because they love me. And I want to shout those 2 people out. I don't want to put their name out there, but when I tell y'all that these 2 people are not the ones you want to mess with, usually I would just reach out to my law enforcement buddy and say, hey, this account, they sent me a threat. Can you log in and figure it out? They get the information. And then when there's somebody knocking on their door, oh, Daphne, please don't do that. I was just playing. It wasn't even my real account. My kid had my account. You know, a woman blamed her 11-year-old son for sending me a death threat. That's how pathetic a lot of these mothers are. And I said, well, then your 11-year-old son needs to go to juvenile hall. Okay, it was me. That's what I thought. So again, I'm letting you women know today on Wednesday the 13th, if you send me a death threat beyond today, I'm not making you do no paper. There's not going to be an essay. There's not going to be an apology video. I'm going to send someone to your door. I'm going to handle it in court. Criminal cases for me won't cost me anything, but you would have to get a criminal attorney to help you. That's not my problem. So if you got money to spend like that, let's do that shit. I'm with you on that. But if you don't have money to spend and you love your kids, just shut up and keep scrolling. Because I'm not coming for you. I don't even know who you are until you go on my inbox. But my inbox is monitored. I will start having people look for shit just so I can have my buddies run it and I can give it to the cops. That's one less step they have to do. But I'm telling you, electronic threats can put you in jail. I promise you. Go ahead.
That thing is in your messenger, right? So I sent you that, right? So look, like, my son's mother was my parole officer, right?
What?
So, yeah, I knocked her up. Like, but I was only messing with her for a couple weeks, for probably like 3 weeks. You know what I mean? And I knocked her up. You know what I mean? But she didn't like the next woman that I was involved with. And she said that she would have and all this, I got this on YouTube. I recorded it. She said that she would have somebody. She said that she could pay somebody to come to court and say that I be touching on kids. I
Oh,
said,
wow.
damn, you allowing me like that? She said, yeah. And who you think they gonna believe?
The
Me
woman.
or yeah? She said,
So
who
yeah,
you think they gonna believe? Me or the criminal?
they're gonna
I
believe her,
said,
especially if you
I
have credit.
said,
We already know that.
look, I said they gonna believe this motherfucking video. And then she snapped all the way out. She went in my freezer. She took like pizzas and steaks and was throwing them on the side of my crib. And I just sitting there recording her. Like, I mean, you
Yeah, I
want to
hear
worry
you.
about that
That's
shit?
that's why I said I want to do a show with you so we can talk about what you've been through. I'm sure there's a lot of
Yeah.
men out there that have gone through what you've gone through, maybe not as worse as what you went through, but they went through a woman lying. I told a lot of people how I used to attend court cases. I used to watch these same women that were busting it open at the club come in there with a I'm not gonna cry wig and looking battered, and got the judge feeling sorry for this woman who looks like she only goes to church when really she
Swear to
busts it
God, that's
open.
how it works.
So I taught these men how to be one step ahead of that. And if you get a female judge, 6 times out of 10, it's over. So if you're going to go to court, you need to have a female backing you up, because females tend to tug on other females' hearts. But when you got a man, he's going to be neutral and he's going to hear both sides. Women are more emotional. They could have had a day where a man cut them off. So now they got something against men. No offense against women judges, but I never liked women judges because they could be having that time of the month. Anything can make them say, yeah, his ass is guilty. Her daughter could be dating a black man that used her,
Right.
so she's already mad. But men are different. I'm not saying they don't throw the book, they do, but not at the high
And
rates of
and
women.
if you got any friends that are criminal defense attorneys, I guarantee you they're gonna tell you they think about that shit. Like, yo, what time a month is it? Like,
Yep.
we think about that shit.
Yep. Okay, so I
Straight
want
up.
to go ahead and let Culture Clinician get the floor because I need to wrap up, y'all.
But
Again, it's late. So everybody on panel, I want to say thank you. I'm gonna now give the floor to Culture Clinician, and then I'm gonna wrap up. Go ahead, sir.
Lady, thank you for being such a brilliant person, being so tenacious in your pursuits for righteousness and justice. You're definitely a true Scorpio, because them Scorpios are some of the best investigators in the world. You have your calling. As I told you, I haven't forgot you. I got you in the back end. I promise you. I'm working on that P.O. box, and I promise I got you, sister. But I just want to thank you for doing everything you're doing. We just had the Black Manosphere Conclave with Obsidian and many others, and it was a very powerful event. Thank you for everything you're doing for the advocacy of black men. And based on this, I was talking about you last night. So you did get this woman shut down. Is that fair to say, Celebrity?
Well, yeah, with the proof that I posted today, I sent it to GoFundMe as well because they go off of proof. If they're investigating something, anything you send them, they will use. She got the police report just to give them that report number. GoFundMe typically doesn't call them and verify that number and what's behind it. They see the paper and they approve it and give her the funds. I just put a detour in front of that. So we can basically say she can't run from this truth.
Wow. So she's not going to get that money.
No, she's not going to get the money. What's going to typically, what happens is once they verify. So what I did was I sent them the link to YouTube so they can watch the whole video, because you can't email it. I couldn't email it because it was too big of a file. So I sent them the YouTube link, and I sent them the number on who I spoke to in the name so that they can reach out and do the same shit I did. See, GoFundMe works with law enforcement. So they can do more than what I did because they have someone that speaks on behalf of GoFundMe.
Right.
That's law enforcement. So
Right.
once they verify that there's nothing on that report that will help them find the assailant, they can then conclude that she made up that story. Because
Right.
she said, how do you expect us to help you if you're not giving us any information? So now that guy's out there with a brick looking for a new victim. Even though we know the guy's not out there, but that's the narrative that they're going to paint.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
So what's
Yes,
going to happen
ma'am.
is everyone's going to get their refund and she won't get the money. But that didn't stop people from sending it to her Cash App. I didn't attack that. I attacked the GoFundMe.
Right. Yeah, I did a show last night called Bricks and Tricks, and I talked about you. But anyway,
You didn't tag me on that.
yeah, bro. I should have tagged you on the bricks and tricks.
Do
Make
part
sure you.
two.
Yeah. But listen, we're gonna do part 2. Let's do part 2, you and I. This final time to do it. I'm gonna clip this, and like I said, I got you. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and pay for those shirts in advance, and then whenever I get my PO box, I just tell you to do it. So I'm working on it. I promise you, I got you. I love your work. You're one of the realest sisters that I know, because I got a background in law enforcement too. My first degree was in law enforcement.
Y'all, coastal clinician, he's worse than me. He's a lethal weapon. Don't let him fool y'all when I got the background. This man can find you too.
Right.
So please make sure y'all follow him. I'm gonna find let me find his handle. I just pinned it. Y'all, please follow this man on YouTube. He does a lot of great work for Black men and women.
No doubt.
And he also is there to offer any advice to men. He could do more for men than I could because he is a man. He's
no doubt. I appreciate it, sis. Yeah. Much love and blessing to you and your family. Let's do Bricks and Tricks Part 2. You text me in the back end. I'm getting them shirts. I'm working on that P.O. box. I'll probably go and buy the shirts up front. And I'm gonna we're gonna promote your shirts when you come on my show, and I'm gonna get some men involved so we can get you some business. I love what you're doing. God bless you and your husband, and keep working hard, sis. You're one of the real sisters that are left in this world. Thank you, sis. All right.
Thank you so much, man. You have a blessed one. Okay, we're gonna do y'all Bricks and Tricks. Make sure you follow him.
Part 2.
I love that title. I love that title.
We're gonna do Bricks and Tricks Part 2. You just let me know when you're ready to do it, and I got you.
Okay, cool. Sounds good to me.
All right, sis. Be good.
Okay, be good. So, right, guys, bye-bye. Again, I want to say thank you guys so much, everybody that attend my show today. I told y'all 1 hour. I lied. Y'all know I never can stick to 1 hour, but I do want to let you know we will be doing more shows. I think it would be funny if I was able to get Rhoda on the show to apologize, but she won't do that. I don't think I'll be able to do that, but hopefully, if anything, she might get on like the Shade Room, a bigger platform, and say, what I did, I wasn't thinking. This might be the narrative. We know that on TikTok, she stopped taking her meds August 26th, right? So this might be the narrative. I stopped taking my meds because I thought I was strong, and then my mind went crazy, and I made up this story, and it wasn't me in my right mind, and I'm sorry. Because, certain meds can make you think elusive thoughts. You might think, but we know that this wasn't meds. She had many times to say, you know what? I could be wrong. I could be lying. It could be the meds. But she continued that lie for 9 videos. So I'm not going to buy it was the meds. If anything, guys, it's called accountability. That's the medicine that they refuse to take. They'll take Ativan, they'll take Klonopin, they'll take Prozac, they'll take Xanax, but they won't take the big accountability pill. That's the hardest pill for them to swallow. They'll swallow all those opiates, but they won't swallow something that won't harm them. It's you taking accountability so that you can grow and thrive in your life. So, Rhoda, for you to be a PhD student, you're a disgrace to the University of Austin. I even tagged them and said, are you going to retract saying you stand with her? She's a liar, and she represents your school. How do you hold people accountable? Y'all remember in school when we did wrong, they had you stand in the corner, they called your parents, you were punished. It's called accountability. But nowadays, we don't do that with women. We'll just say, oh, well, she didn't mean to. Maybe it was the meds. No, it wasn't the meds. She 100% decided to lie and blame Black men. And all those women that attack Black men, we know you're not going to say sorry. I told women I take cash apps and apologies, and I ain't got one from a woman saying I'm sorry, because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But a lot of you women talked about me. You talked about my mother. You insulted me because you thought I was lying, even though I told you the receipts. I didn't just do a post saying she's lying, you guys. I came with receipts every time. So you don't have to believe me because it's me, but you blogs are going to respect that I put that out first. You can't see one thing they can't do with that video. They can't share it without my permission because it's my voice, right? So I made sure I did a video and not just like a regular post that they can take. So my evidence isn't on, I didn't get it off social media. It's actually me doing the work. So Roma, if you're listening, do not share any more of my shit without my permission, or you will be my next video. You got to stop doing that. I don't step over nobody's toes. I don't step in nobody's lane. I just ask that you give me the credit that I'm due. I don't care how many people support these bigger platforms. Respect me enough to tag me, because if you're profiting off of me, we got a problem. We do. And a lot of them will try to cover up my handle and use my content and cover my handle. That angers me. If you want to see me angry, do that again. Do it again. Because it isn't fair to me. A lot of y'all making these checks and I'm getting $0. I'm not getting anything. No one says, hey, Daphne, this past month, I've made over, let's say $10,000 off of your content. Here's $50. I'm not asking for much. You can buy a shirt and I'm okay with that. I'm not asking y'all to give me half, but don't use my content if you're not giving back to women and men that need it. That's all I'm saying. Now, Roma was like, yeah, I used her content. I got a few dollars off of it and I gave it to a homeless woman. Okay. But I know y'all not doing that. I'm doing that. A lot of people might not talk about it because I don't like to be out in the open like that because I did it from my heart. But there's people that really do love me. And again, shout out to Erica. If anybody know the story about Erica, who lives in North Carolina, her husband, and her son were discriminated against at a restaurant. They were discriminated against. And she was posting on their their website saying, hey, this happened. And they were deleting her comments. So somebody said, you know what? I want to see if what Daphne does is true. So everybody started tagging me on that woman's post. I got on the post. She put the restaurant. I called the DoubleTree. The restaurant was located in the DoubleTree. If anybody's ever been to the DoubleTree, y'all know how they got the restaurants that's incorporated into that hotel. I called the hotel. I asked for the general manager and I told them, look, I'm trying to give you a chance to tell me what happened before I embarrass you. Because if I post this to my 87,000 followers, it might not be good for you, sir. So he heard me. He heard my side. And I said, what you need to do is get on the line with this woman, give her public apology, refund her, and make sure that your waitress or waiters have proper training on how to deal with minorities and how to be fair across the board. He said, I have no problem with that. Most of your general managers, they don't have time to talk. They're running a whole hotel, right? So I got the woman on a three-way and I muted my phone as they spoke. He said, I am so sorry that happened. If I got to open up a few positions and let some people go, I will. He gave her money back and they issued the public apology. It took 4 days. 4 days she was asking for this and I did it in 20 minutes. I'm not God. You just got to know how to talk to people. Some of us women, we get so mad and aggressive. We get on the line. They don't want to hear you. I came really calm, but I let them know I'm not playing games. You don't want me to post this woman's story on my page, sir. They will tear up your ratings. And most people that are coming into town, they look at ratings, believe it or not. If it says 1.6, I'm not going. I'm not. So I knew that this would mess his ratings up and make him look bad as a manager. So I had his attention at that. And I came at him so calm. Hello, I'm Daphne. I have a big following on social media. I heard this woman's story and I'm a Black woman myself. So I feel inclined to help her, but I want to give you a chance. I didn't just want to hear her story and post it on social media and ruin your business. I want to hear your side. Y'all see, even when that woman told me what her side was, I wanted to hear his. He said, Daphne, I wasn't even in that day. This is my first time hearing about it. They didn't even tell me until you called and told me right now. So I want to hear it too. See what I'm saying, y'all? But when she told her friends, they immediately went to his website and started leaving bad reviews. Ladies, we can't think on emotion. We got to wait for the facts. Then when she said, I got my apology, my refund, everything, now they went back and deleted it. See what I'm saying? But if those women would have waited for me to react and handle it, they wouldn't have had bad reviews. So when you hear something, wait for the facts, ladies. Don't believe a crying person. I didn't believe Erica at first. Anybody can say that they had a racist incident. But then when I dived deep and I saw other claims and they matched what Erica was saying, I told Jerry, everybody can't be lying, sir. He almost fired some people, but Erica said, don't fire him. She actually cared about their livelihood. So what I'm saying, you guys, is I might not get flowers from a lot of people, but what I do, it costs them nothing. I didn't tell Erica to send me a cash app to do this. I didn't tell her I need some money from you if I'm going to help you get back your $100. No, I didn't. I did it for free. So I'm not a person that's out there trying to take your money. I care. I love people, believe it or not. So guys, if you heard anything from me today, I hope that you know that I'm not trying to hurt women. But unfortunately, 90% of the people I expose online are Black. And y'all be in these groups still testing me. Yes, I've been on bans and groups now, but I still have other pages that you don't know about. So you can continue to do all this vile stuff in these groups, and I'm going to continue to find you. And if it's putting a man or a child in danger, I'm going to work just as hard. Now I have a team of people that would do the hard part for me. I don't have to use my tools. Oh, I'm so happy about that, y'all. But what I'm not going to do for people is locate people because they're cheating. You need to handle that on your own, or I'm going to charge you. If it's nothing that's going to, empower people, if you're getting cheated on, leave. Because even if you call a PI, they're going to charge you thousands of dollars. So why would you get mad at me saying I'm going to have to charge you? I'm not in the business of saving relationships if he's cheating on you over and over again, disrespecting you. Get out. Get out of that. But if this man is putting his hands on you, if this woman is putting her hands on you, making threats that I'm going to make sure the judge thinks that you're funneling your kids, I want to be in that, because we shouldn't be doing that. And I did get an inbox from a young lady. And if she's listening tonight, I want y'all to know that there's a young lady that's 14 years old who listens to all my podcasts. And I forgot about that. Please ignore the cussing. I forgot you listen. And I will share your story, but I'm going to blur all your stuff. I'm working with a child and her dad. So when I say that young women watch me too, thank you, Daphne, for helping me hold my mommy accountable. Thank you for helping me hold my dad accountable. Thank you for helping me be a better woman. I'm growing faster than most women in my class. And my mom is telling me it's okay to show cleavage. I'm trying to help these young women. There's not a lot I can do without a parent if you're young. And y'all know my motto. If you're under 17, if you're 17 or under, I don't deal with you because you're a child. You have to have a parent reach out to me to help you. But some of these women, they don't even care what their daughter's doing. And they're reaching out to me for help. They want me to be their mother figure. And it hurts me that a lot of you women don't even know what's going on with your daughters. But they look at me as their mother. And I hate that's what has to happen. But hey, all I can do is tell them, where's your dad? Can I reach out to him? I need permission. I don't want to step over my boundaries and get in trouble. You're still a child. And you know, they look at women too as predators too. So we got to be careful what we do and how we move. But it hurts me when young ladies tell me that I'm their mother. Like, guys, wow. Really? So I'm just saying, ladies, a lot of you are not really paying attention to your child. But don't worry. I can give them as much advice as I can and tell them to talk to their teachers because I can't say too much. They're not old enough. So ladies, please be in your kids' lives and watch what they're doing. If they're reaching out to me and you don't know about it, ain't no telling what dating apps they're on. Y'all not being smart out here. You're not. It's easy for a kid to do this. So I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you guys, but you don't want my help. I get it. But your kids need help. So I'm just saying, if anything, if anybody's listening tonight that's young, lying isn't the way. If you want to be a digital creator, if you want to, go viral for the right things. If you love acting, do skits and say that they're skits. Do scenarios and say that they're not true because somebody's going to relate to it, but you're telling them the truth up front. It's just a scenario. It's like Tyler Perry. Even though a lot of people don't like him, a lot of his movies, you can relate to it, right? Diary of a Mad Black Woman, when Charles was paralyzed from the neck down, I could relate to that. My mother was paralyzed from the neck down. I would have never did that to somebody, but him not being helpless like that was a trigger for me because my mom was helpless. That is so scary. You got to treat people with respect, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies, if you want men to protect you, humble yourself and be a better woman because they're not going to protect no loud hyena. They won't. They won't. They won't protect you like that. Quit screaming and talking bad about them. They don't forget. What you put on social media, that is your digital resume. So if you're going to talk bad about men, know that men are not going to respect you ever. They won't. And men, if you see a domestic situation, do not put your life in danger. You go home to your family, you record the license plate, give it to the cops, report the incident and keep it going. You can report the incident in your car on your way home to your babies. But these women know what they're doing with these dangerous men. And they're not going to be creating a GoFundMe when you die. They're going to go right back to him. They're going to still be with him while he's in prison, y'all. Do y'all get what I'm saying? These women don't want to leave these men. They're dickmatized. And a lot of these women are so far gone, they don't think they'll find someone better when they know they will. Ladies, you'll find someone better. I did. I didn't find a man that put his hands on me twice. I learned from that first relationship. I took my time. Me and my husband spoke for 90 days before we went on a date. That was my rule. He knew how many men wanted me, and that made him love me more, knowing that I didn't hit none of those men. None of them got me. He could be in that room with all those guys, and none of them said they had Coach D. Nobody had me. That's what really made him attractive to me. Like, wow, None of these men, and those men had money, cars, the fancy life. None of that shit impressed me. Material shit, that's not gonna impress me. A nice car, none of that impresses me. It never did. You had men that showed up in the nicest Mercedes and all these drug dealer cars that I wasn't stupid. I mean, come on, y'all. I ain't that dumb. I'm street smart too. So I knew what y'all were doing. Let me take you to Papa Do's. Let me take you here and there. I'm good. I got Papa Do's at home. I just cooked it. I'm good. I was simple. I went right home to my place by myself. And I loved it, y'all. It felt good being in a room full of men and none of them can say they had me. I didn't move that way. But see, a lot of you women, y'all want men to say, yeah, her pussy was good. You hit it. You want to be that person that's talked about in that negative way. I want to be the one that said, you ain't got her? Me either. Okay, so we know she ain't going to be easy. All right, cool. Like, ladies, why would you want that type of background? A lot of y'all want to be like Lori Harvey, right? Being a hoe, passed around. Oh, but she's so pretty. You're just jealous because she's prettier than you. That woman paid for her looks. If y'all look at Lori Harvey, when she was like early, 19, 20 years old, she didn't look like that. She got small surgery that's not noticeable. The breasts ain't real. Y'all can go ahead and believe these narratives, but her mama did it. She did it too. Looks don't mean nothing. When Lori Harvey hits her 30s, she's going to start aging. That's what's going to happen. But now she has this resume of all these men she's been with. And any man that's okay with having a woman that your buddy was smashing, that's you, bro. But being a pass around, just because you're pretty, you're still going to be called a hoe. Y'all call Black China a hoe. But Lori Harvey, she's just having fun. No. She's a hoe too. A hoe is a hoe. We got to call it what it is. That's how they grow. That's how they get better. We're not going to say she's just young and having fun. She's almost 30. So eventually you got to put your pussy on ice and be a woman. Your dad is out here, stepdad is out here telling women not to be hoes, but you are doing exactly what he's telling women not to do. I find it odd how Steve Harvey can bash men and say y'all not no good and y'all just want this and that and all y'all do, y'all never gonna get a good woman, but your stepdaughter's out here being a hoe with these men you're saying that are bad. So at the end of the day, ladies, y'all can go ahead and follow that train of being a hoe and just having fun, but you're not gonna be a wife. You're not. You see what happened with Kanye West. He tried to turn Kim into a Michelle Obama. And it didn't work. It backfired. Soon as they were going through a divorce, she was fucking Pete Davidson. Do y'all see how these women move? And I'm not saying Kanye was innocent, but Kanye was in his first marriage. Kim was in her third. Y'all see what I'm saying here tonight? Y'all see what I'm saying here tonight? What I'm trying to tell you, women, is you'll never be a wife with your attitude and lying. So Rhoda just changed the game for herself. The schools are going to look at her different. People are going to look at her different. The brick lady that lied. And when we say she hit the wall, well, hit a brick in the wall. That's what happened. Good luck with life. 33 years old making up lies like this with her son. Pitiful. That wall must be tough. And I don't care how many BBLs you get, women, you're still going to age. You're still going to get older. I've never seen someone with a BBL and a gut. The BBL, the gut's supposed to be gone. She still has a little beer belly. It ain't adding up. But you know what? If you think that that's how life is and men are going to want you because you have a nice body, they're going to want to fuck you, but they're not going to want to keep you. You're going to be a pump and dump. And there's men that's still going to hit that. Oh, I believed you, baby, from the start. I believed you. I had your back, baby. They're going to believe her. I still want to take you out for dinner. You're going to have some simps. That comes with the territory. But know that real people know what it is. So again, y'all, I want to say thank you for listening to me tonight. This was a really good show, and I will do more because I'm starting to get better turnouts. But I want y'all to know that if there is somebody online telling you a story that doesn't sound right, send it to me. Please send it to me. And I hope you guys continue to follow me and support me, and I'll support you back. So on that note, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'm going to go ahead and close out with that.